Listen, we're...
Hello, beautiful people. Full graphics failure.
Yeah.
As the show launches, full system failure. Obviously, everybody will be able to figure that out on this glorious What Wednesday, October 1st, 2025. We can't thank you enough for allowing us to do this for a living. The program today is stacked. We got J.J. Watt joining us in about 15 minutes or so. Now, normally he's in the second hour.
Yeah. Sure. Mm-hmm.
He comes to the first hour strictly because in the second hour, we're doing baseball.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
We're doing baseball. Listen, now that's 9-year NFL vet Darius J. Butler hitting a whoa right there, which is an accurate response, I think, because this is out of the norm. Don't you think so, D-Bud?
Very much so. I know we didn't get our football in today, so I guess still starting with it. We get some baseball.
Yeah, we do. And that's why. That's why the beginning of the show was what it was, because what you normally think of this show, especially this time of year, it's October 1st.
Yeah.
Rabbit to everybody out there. These guys are only going to be talking about football, especially if they got J.J. Watt scheduled to be in there. But baseball is electrifying. And guess who we're talking to? 12-year NFL vet, Super Bowl champion, A.Q. Shipley. AQ, do you know who we're talking to in the baseball world in the second hour?
Am I allowed to say it?
Oh, so you do know, you said.
Okay. I do know.
Okay. Say who you think. It's two people. I'll be excited to see who he says first. Who is the guy that we get a chance to chat with in the second hour?
The big dumper, Cal Raleigh.
That's right, Cal Raleigh.
Wow.
The MLB leader and ding-dongs will be joining us in the next hour. Obviously, Seattle Mariners superstar. They've won the AL West for the first time since 2001.
Boom.
Okay?
Look at you.
So what Cal Raleigh has done, not only on both sides of the plate, but also behind the plate, this guy basically has the plate surrounded, and he is doing good things all the way around the ballpark. He'll be joining us for what he is, I assume, dubbed a special season for a player, for a town, for a team, for a legacy, for a storyline. Going into, obviously, a beautiful playoffs that started yesterday in a fantastic way. And then, we got the second leader in home runs in MLB, Kyle Schwarber.
Both of them?
Yeah, Philadelphia Phillies superstar. Yeah, he's been there for a few years. Obviously, Schwarber hit himself 50-some ding-dongs. 55 ding-dongs this year. And this guy is a monster. He's 32 years old. I got a chance to see him whenever he came down to Indiana for college game day and made the picks. He was fantastic there. Obviously goes to the Cubs, fantastic there. He's been here now, I think, 3 years, I believe, at this point. He's 32 years old. He's a DH, and what he's designated to do is succeed. And he's only getting better, it feels like. And this Phillies team, real deal. Let's go to the Toxic Table at Ty Schmidt. Shout out to baseball having a huge wild card day. And shout out to Toxic Tables at Boston Connor in the Boston Red Sox getting a huge win over your New York Yankees. But can we talk about Schwarber a little bit joining us in the next hour? Phillies might be a magical team every single year. This year does have something brewing, it feels like.
Yeah, without a doubt. Everyone's looking, especially after last night, seeing what the Dodgers did. They just beat the absolute shit out of the Reds. So everyone's saying, hey, who could beat the Dodgers in the NL? If anyone's going to do it, or the team that most likely will do it, it's going to be the Phillies. You're seeing all these different shots from Schwarber here. When this guy hits homers, he doesn't just, hit a little cheapy 2-3 rows into the seats. Like, he's hitting balls 500 feet into the night, deep. They're a very deep lineup. They have good pitching. One of the big things, and I'll be interested to see what these guys have to say about it, baseball is such a sprint. You're playing so well, and then the playoffs start, and you get like a week off almost while all these other wild card teams, are battling out to see who's going to play teams like the Phillies and the Mariners. So it's very interesting when these guys, him and Cal Raleigh, are as hot as they are. Like, now you just got to sit and wait a week, which kind of goes against everything that you want in baseball. When you're hot, you just want to play. So we'll see.
Rest and rust situation, last night and yesterday as a whole, baseball had a huge wild card day.
Yeah.
In the headline, I think, with a lot of people that maybe don't have rooting interest for any of these teams, Red Sox, Yankees battling. And I'll tell you what, it was a great day to be a Red Sox. What a time for the Boston Red Sox to knock off the Yankees in a best-of-3 series. Are the Yankees about to be?
There's a chance. Not do that yet.
There's a chance. They're 9 innings away, potentially, from their season being over. because of the Boston Red Sox. Connor, I know you haven't been following this Red Sox team all season.
True.
But let's say you had followed the headlines. You were very optimistic about this Red Sox team. Maybe next year, young team going forward. Are they about to gritty their way to a massive upset over the Yankees here in the wild card?
I think maybe from the outside world you would think it's massive, but as someone who's followed the team, it's not massive. You know, this team is built for this. Garrett Crochet, once again, I mean, he's punching everybody out. 13 Ks, I think 7 2/3. I mean, this guy's a stud. Ty, I gotta say, he called it. Aaron Judge is the greatest right-handed hitter of all time. He hit 2 of the hardest singles I've ever fucking seen last night.
What's that called? That's called bat speed. No, that's
exit velo. Exit velo.
Dude, you should have seen it. It's
highest single velo.
Man, they had 3 of them in the ninth. I don't know if you saw the end, but they had 3 right off the bat in the 9th inning. Single, single, single. Everyone's like, singles are back. I'm worried all of a sudden. Or Aldis Chapman comes out. We remember him from Pittsburgh at his grandma's house. All of a sudden, we say, there's a chance we might be screwed. The bases are juiced. Nuh-uh, Stanton. Sit down, buddy. You can't hit a curve. Jazz Chisholm, actually really, really fun to watch. He's sweet. Pop out, though. It doesn't really matter. And then, of course, what'd you say?
Why didn't he start? Sorry.
There wasn't a lot of time on the field out there.
Yeah, that's just people are asking, and then see you later. Top left, high cheese, whatever the hell they call it. Who cares? Sox are going to win.
101 to end it. Had a 92-mile-an-hour slider in the same inning. I guess Chapman obviously a weapon there to close it out. Let's go to Ty Schmidt, New York Yankees diehard superfan. I'll tell you, I didn't want to point it out. The internet had been doing it.
Yeah, sure. Yep. We can do it again. We did it. We did it about 40 minutes ago. I can try to remember everything I said. We can kind of run it back if you'd like to.
I'm not doing it. I woke up this morning. I fell asleep. I didn't see the end of these games. I literally woke up like 4:35 a.m. Okay, felt pretty good. I'm becoming a morning person. I'm actually kind of enjoying it.
Hell yeah.
There's like a routine in the morning. I'm doing this whole thing. OpenX first. Now, blame my
sure.
You blame Elon, his platform. You blame sports for being the most talked about thing on there. You can blame a lot of stuff. The first thing I saw was a tweet. A lot of views on it. A lot of views on it going, Aaron Judge is a liability for the Yankees. It was in the 7th inning. And I don't even know why they were blaming him for this, but it felt like it was a narrative that was starting last night. He goes 2 for 4. Connor already chatted about that. He is Aaron Judge. But why was this the narrative coming out of last night? I would genuinely like to know why that is an angle that people are pitching into this.
Because the Yankees defense as a whole is like their biggest weakness. And it kind of, like in the playoffs, a lot of times when you're facing these good pitchers like Crochet, you can't just go out and hit 5 homers every single night and out homer teams, which is kind of when the Yankees are at their best, that's their recipe. So they do this kind of stuff with the defense all the time, like letting teams to basically just take another base, which typically there you're thinking like that's a routine single to the outfield. You can't let that guy stretch that into 2. Sogard, they actually said that from home to second, that was the fastest he's ever ran that. So there's a little juice for the postseason.
Guy might have made a play.
But yeah, exactly. But the biggest issue is Judge has a flexor strain in his elbow, and that was kind of what all Yankees fans were worried about when he went on the IL like 3-4 weeks ago. And they basically said, like, hey, if you really uncork one in the outfield, there's a chance you could have Tommy John. And for a guy like Judge, like, the Yankees can't lose him. If they lose him for a prolonged period of time, they will go right into the shitter. It's happened multiple times. So that's the big thing. They're saying, well, he's a liability in the outfield. You can't DH him because they have Stanton, so he has to play the outfield. And the question is, and the Red Sox, like advanced scouting, they knew that. It's like, hey, if we have guys on base and there's a ball hit out to Judge, like we got to test his arm. We got to see if he can actually do it.
Because he's known for having a massive
He has
arm.
a cannon. He has a cannon, yeah. And I think they said like his typical throw from the outfield is like around 90 miles an hour, and he threw that like 75.
Damn.
So like it is a bit of a concern, but I think he also picks and chooses, because you also look at it, it's like, yeah, that's huge to get that in quick. At this point, they're still up 1-0, but then, the bullpen's got to get outs. You can't rely on...
So why did you guys lose? Let's talk, because you're up 1-0 for a long time. Obviously, in the 7th is whenever they end up taking the lead.
Yeah.
You also pull your pitcher, I believe, at that exact time as well. Guy who had a shutout.
Yeah, correct. Max Fried, who the Yankees paid $200 $218 million for in the offseason. He's one of the best pitchers in baseball. He led the majors in wins this year, and he was just steamrolling through the Red Sox. I mean, Crochet, what he was doing was unbelievable, and Fried was a little bit better because the Yankees had a 1-0 lead going into the 7th. It's what we talked about it a little bit out there. The analytics in baseball now, for whatever reason, when pitchers get to 100 pitches, it's kind of like, this is going to be his last inning. We can't let this guy go any longer. We can't, jeopardize his arm. So Fried gets an out in the top of the 7th. He throws 6 1/3. They take him out and bring in Luke Weaver from the bullpen, who has been absolutely horseshit almost the entire month of September.
What are we doing? Put him out there.
Well, that's kind of a Boone masterclass is what a lot of people were saying. So he gets in there. He walks his first batter, which you can't do. You can't give any teams free bases. You're a reliever. Throw fucking strikes. Don't throw, 4 balls that aren't competitive at all and a guy's not going to swing at. So he walks that guy, and then we have the Judge play. So now they got second and third with 1 out. But still, okay, hey, that's not a big deal. You can limit this to maybe a sac fly, and we'll get out of this 1-1, and then we'll the game starts over again. That didn't happen. Yoshida pinch hits. They get a base hit right away, scored 2 more runs. And then because the way the Yankees set everything up, they didn't want to play guys like Jazz Chisholm because he's left-handed and Crochet is left-handed. And the splits, those guys are not – you don't want to have a lefty-on-lefty matchups. But the Yankees had multiple guys on the bench. Hey, if we want to pinch hit, we have this guy in a situation. Well, it never got to that, so it kind of played right into the Red Sox hands. So you go from their unbelievable starting pitcher to Aroldis Chapman, who is also left-handed, and then you get, 3 batters who, oh no, we got 3 lefties. This is exactly what we didn't want to happen, and we couldn't use any of our guys on the bench who were really good. So the Yankees really threw that one away. Boone got outmanaged big time by Alex Cora.
Jeez.
But it's a 3-game series. And I think most Yankees fans would say, if we were going to lose a game, it was going to be that one. Crochet is unbelievable. You hate to waste that kind of start from Max Fried. But now, do you want to just be chokers? Your backs are against the wall. So go out and win.
Oh, no. This is a Yankee fan potentially boiling point moment here.
I'm very confident.
We are witnessing it. Let's go to the behind the glass. Bruce Brown, lifelong Yankees fan as well. Bruce, Boston Red Sox about to wreck the Yankees season this year? Oh, no.
It's a tough loss at home. You drop the pitching duel, obviously. Their ace Crochet played outstanding. But no, you go out tonight, you win 8-4 with Rodon on the bump. Carlito, he'll get the job done. And then we go to Game 3. We got Schlittler and or Bluegill against a rookie for the Red Sox.
Who's a dog?
Who is good, but I still like our guys. I think it's all right in front of us, as Aaron Boone has said 1,000 times when we struggled throughout the year. Obviously have to have it tonight, but I'm not ready to freak out. And I also take solace in Garrett Cole's out this year. He's missed the entire year.
Don't do that.
We're here without the ace.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
We are a mere.
Don't do that.
We are a mere few months away.
Don't do that.
From Garrett Cole, Paul Skeens, Max Fried, and number 28. If we don't get the job done.
He's done it Pittsburgh
next year.
Don't do that.
All right. The Cubs hit back-to-back Jackson and Fifth. Get a big-time win for them. That looked like an electrifying environment. Shout out to the Cubbies getting one from Slam Diego. Do they play again today as well?
Yes. Yep. Everybody plays again today, same times.
All right. Well, good luck. Go ahead.
Are the Aces? I know you talked about that ace duel in the Red Sox Yankees matchup, but are the Aces in general throwing longer now?
No, not really. I mean, some guys, and I think that's my biggest gripe is it's the postseason. This isn't the middle of May where, sure, I could see that a guy's thrown a bunch of pitches. Let's get him out and go for the it's do or die right now. Okay. These are 3-game series. You need to do whatever you can to win these games. And when you're paying a guy $200+ million, guess what? He can throw more than 100 pitches. Okay, he's not fucking 14 years old.
Because they pulled your guy at 103 pitches.
102.
Yeah.
And Crochet threw 117. And I was kind of just thinking okay, well, if you give Max Fried 15 more pitches, he probably gets out of that 7th inning, and they're still up 1-0. And then you can go to your really high leverage relievers in the bullpen. So, I mean, again, a lot of Monday morning quarterback. This can all be erased if you just go win, which is what they got to do.
Okay, well, good luck to them because the Red Sox fans are saying, we thought it was football season.
Oh.
We had no idea we're still in baseball season.
Baseball? Wait, no, it's baseball.
Yeah. That's crazy for you guys.
I'm very excited. And the whole Aaron Judge thing, he's out there, okay? Guy's got a noodle arm now. I don't care if he's hurt. He's got a noodle arm. He hits the ball a country mile. But boy, oh boy, it's bad.
We need to be hitting. We need to be throwing.
Yeah, slap the ball the other way, gents, is basically what Judge is doing.
No, they need to be hitting it. The righties need to be throwing that thing to right.
Yeah, bingo.
The lefties need to be pulling that thing to right.
Great call. I bet Cora's telling him today, because obviously you heard Cora's 1,000 times better than Boone from the Yankees fans. Cora's going to let him know we're peppering Judge today.
He said they actually did already know that. That kind of was part of the.
But today, per sources, we have sources all over. Per sources, Cora today is like, let's do it even more.
No, I don't think you're. Who are your sources? We would like you to out your sources.
Why the hell would I do that?
Well, let's just drop the journalism tag for a second. I know you try your best to be that. Let's just go ahead and share who we got the info from there.
Through the grapevine, Gumpy's current owner of his soccer club, John Henry. He actually reached out, former owner of the Red Sox.
All right, I appreciate that. Okay, there's some big news going on in the NFL world. The news was broken kind of yesterday afternoon at like 3:12. It was legitimized and officialized and formally announced by everybody else other than just CBS Sports this morning. Dillon Gabriel starting for the Cleveland Browns. Third-round pick.
Here we go.
Third-round pick out of Oregon. Obviously, we are incredibly pumped for Dillon Gabriel to get his first start this weekend. It'll be in London town against the Minnesota Vikings, and he can spin it. It feels like everybody loves him. His teammates love him. When he was at Oklahoma, they loved him. When he was at Oregon, they loved him. Obviously, the way that whole thing ended against Ohio State in the Rose Bowl was nasty. I mean, that was a nasty kind of ending to it all. That was supposed to be a very glorious year, which it certainly was for a large portion of it. And Dillon Gabriel, if he can execute the offense, why not? We saw Joe Flacco punt a couple times with his arm.
Yep.
We saw some bad Joe Flacco, even though we had seen some great Joe Flacco for the Cleveland Browns a couple years back. Feels like a quarterback change was inevitable, and with how good their defense is, I don't think it's over for this Cleveland Browns team. If Dillon Gabriel can come in there and play some ball, why not?
Yeah.
The Cleveland Browns in that AFC North. That'll be at 9:30 a.m. in London. You got Dillon Gabriel taking on Carson Wentz.
He looks ready.
Gabriel versus Wentz. Ready to go down. Now, remember, Dillon Gabriel is his size, which is certainly not the size of other quarterbacks. Certainly Carson Wentz, who is very tall. I mean, Carson is a
big boy,
large individual. But let's talk about Dillon Gabriel. And the only knock really is, can he see? Is he going to be able to handle it all? How about some big-time shots? We've seen undersized, and we're only saying undersized because in real life they're normal size. More athletic, more jacked than most people. On a football field, though, at that particular position with who you're standing behind and who is trying to tackle you, size seemingly can matter. But there's been outliers.
Yep.
Will Dillon Gabriel be another one of those guys in the NFL, D-Bud?
We shall see. We saw him be successful at a high level at different stops in his college career. But, yeah, that will be his knock, and that'll be something he'll have to overcome throughout his entire career. Every quarterback gets balls batted down the line of scrimmage, but every time it'll happen to Dillon, they'll say, oh, man, is this because he's 5'11" or whatever his height is? But we've seen him play good ball. His strength has been getting the ball out on time, being accurate, hitting guys. And once we saw that punt to Kirby Joseph, I think we all saw this kind of coming. And even coming into the season, we all say, okay, they got the veteran Joe Flacco. He'll start the season off, see how far they can get him, and then you'll see what we got from the rookie quarterback. So he's getting his opportunity. This is when it happens a lot of the times at that quarter mark when you're like, okay, you kind of reassess, reevaluate your team. We talked about the defense. We've been talking about them all year. You're going to have a chance every week trotting out that defense. So if you have an offense that can just move the ball down the field, put up some points, take care of the football, which Dillon Gabriel has shown he can do, now we just got to see him do it on the highest level.
Yeah, so not only see him do it at the highest level, it's like also see him survive. Just being a quarterback in the NFL is very difficult.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not just, obviously, defense is trying to pick you apart. I think Dillon Gabriel, obviously, with the time he's had, the amount of different offenses he's played and how many different defenses he's played against, we assume he'll be able to digest what a defense is. But Patrick Mahomes said it wasn't until like his third year, second 2.5 years that he didn't understand what was going on. So there's going to be some big-time shots. Okay, this is the NFL. There's big dudes that are going to give big shots. A.Q. Shipley here, obviously, 12-year NFL offensive lineman, Remington Award winner at the Penn State University. Is there things that offensive line is thinking with a guy who 5'10", 5'9", 5'8", whatever it is.
He's got cleats on. He's not 5'8". Come on.
Can you put the graphic?
5'11".
He was damn near out of cars.
No, he's honest. We try to make it as real as possible.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to represent the fact, because that is a storyline.
Hell yeah.
It's like, hey, this is a huge storyline, especially with a B-flow defense where what you see isn't necessarily what's for real.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole, you got 6'5", 6'7" guys trying to protect you. He's 5'11", okay, so that's not that small. Everybody needs to get off his back.
But
people are talking about it being real small, though, which I don't love. But he's got like 6'4", 6'5" around him. That's why quarterbacks being tall is like what the prototype is. Because not only are you seeing over the defense and being able to, you're seeing over your own fucking guys. I mean, there's a lot of meat around you. I think we're going to talk about that even later. How do you feel about what the Cleveland Browns have set up for him, offensive line-wise? In Stefanski's offense, do you think Dillon Gabriel is going to have success?
I love their offensive line, and here's why. Because they are built center, both guards, really good on the interior of their offensive line. The defense is going to want to make him feel like the walls are closing in. The whole purpose of the pocket on offensive line is the tackles create the width, the interior guys create the depth. Well, the good news is those interior three, Bitonio, Pocic, and Wyatt Teller, are as good as any three in the National Football League on the interior.
In Stefanski's offense, what is his offense? I remember watching Baker throw 60 times with a separated shoulder or something.
Taking Nick Chubb off the field because he was doing well.
Yeah, so I know that, but he certainly had success, obviously, when him and Flacco were flying around making the playoffs, doing that. Stefanski's known as an offensive guru. Obviously, they have a run game. They're going to have to at Cleveland. But what type of offense, what is Dillon Gabriel going to have to do in this particular offense?
He comes from the world of zone schemes and play actions. I mean, he likes to push the ball down the field off of his play actions, and that, I think, can benefit Dillon Gabriel because now you're moving the pocket. You're not having him sit in the middle of the pocket where hands can bat passes down. Now you get him outside the pocket after running the ball. Now we hit the play action, get him outside the pocket and hit something down the field.
Joining us now, go ahead.
No, the key is going to be getting the ball out of his hands quick against this Flores defense. You saw that's how A-Rod had success last week against this defense because you sit back there, you getting third and long, you got to be able to run the ball as well. You're getting third and long. Dead in the water against this defense.
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. A man who is already in the Houston Texans Bull Ring of Honor. He's also calling games for CBS every single Sunday, and he's done a fantastic job every time we've heard him talk about the game. Ladies and gentlemen, the owner of the Burnley lads and the Espanol boys, J.J. Watt.
Jage!
How you doing, Jage?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey, man, you ever been to Augusta? You ever been down there?
No big deal.
That's unbelievable.
That's hoodie.
Good for you.
Wow.
Good for you. Have you done this down there?
No big deal. Played the course 103. Hard the first hole. No big deal.
Wow.
Okay.
Amen Corner, how'd you do? Amen Corner, how'd you do?
Not good. Not good. Not good.
Okay.
Not good.
I'm happy to hear that.
But, man, what a place. What a place. Yeah, no big deal.
Did you stay the night? Did you stay the night there?
Where?
At Augusta.
Not on the grounds.
Oh.
I didn't even know that was a real thing. But, I mean, I got dressed in the champions locker room.
Oh, really?
Had breakfast up there. Hard the first hole. Should have walked off the course after the first hole.
Great start.
Did you do dinner? Did you go to dinner?
I mean, I ate food. What are you asking? What did you do?
Do the dinner?
Yeah, you didn't get the real experience.
I'm not talking about me. Just people I know, friends of mine. You didn't do the tour of the place? You didn't go down into the wine cellar? Oh, you didn't do any of that? Wow, that's crazy. How about the amateur cabin up there? Did you go up there? Did you go see that?
No, I did not go up there.
Oh, my God. That would have been so cool if you would have done that. I've heard other people got to do that.
Yeah, it would have been. It would have been. We appreciate the invite, you know?
Yeah, somebody could invite you. And me, too, by the way.
Yeah.
Somebody could invite me. Let's get off of that subject. Let's get to you and a 5'11" quarterback. Okay, they're making a big deal out of this. Should they? And what are your thoughts on Dillon Gabriel taking over for the Cleveland Browns?
My thoughts are I hope he's great. I would love for the Cleveland Browns jersey, that one with all the quarterbacks' names on the back, to be retired. It would be fun to have a guy just end it, and you could just have one jersey with one name. So hopefully that's Gabriel, because I think it would be great. I think the Cleveland Browns have a phenomenal fan base who are fully on board with their team and support them through a whole lot of shit throughout the years. And it would be great if they were great at some point. So I'm all for it. Now, as far as his stature, there have been short quarterbacks who have been successful before. I don't think it's as crazy in today's world with the rules and how we protect them. But there's no question that it does present its challenges, and batting down passes is a real thing. That's not like a myth where it's like, they don't get passes batted down. It is easier to bat down a pass that comes out at a lower trajectory. It's just a fact.
Yeah, and that's just physics, I believe, is the math. That would be the one in charge of that, I think. Geometry? No.
Probably both.
Man, I wish I knew.
think you're right.
You got it. You got it. Work it out.
Yeah.
Work it out.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what scientific fact that you are so you don't get accused of going after him because maybe he's under 6 foot, which a lot of people are kind of doing. You're just trying to say, hey, this is just actual science here. This is actual math here. A ball that is starting from a lower place is going to be easier to maybe stop from getting from a higher place. But there has been success in the past. Obviously, everybody goes immediately to Drew Brees because the way Drew Brees was able to operate, and I think he's 6 foot, maybe just even. The way he was able to operate was literally through passing lanes that were
So good.
somehow in every single play. I don't know how he was able to find them. He always looked out of the bottom of his helmet, it looked like, and he was able to wheel and deal. Amazing. But everybody's like, he's done it, so other people have done it. It's like,
yeah.
I think that's a lot.
I don't think that batting passes is like, I don't think that's going to be the defining factor if he's a good quarterback or not. Batting passes is so rare, even if you're one of the best in the league at it, it still happens so rarely that, yeah, you might get 2 in a game, but that's not going to decide if Dillon Gabriel's a great quarterback or not.
What if Dillon Gabriel is exactly what they needed over there?
It's
That
really
would be
cool.
sweet.
That
Yeah.
would be very sweet, especially for that Browns team. And I think all pass rushers would feel this way. Yeah, we want the team that paid $40 million for a pass rusher to have success. We would like other teams to see that and be like, yep. This is how you
Blueprint.
This is how you win in this entire thing. But that defense,
And
for
I mean,
real.
that defense is rolling, dude. That defense is very, very, very good. And as a defensive guy who's kind of been through that before, I understand. Am I freezing? Am I choppy over here?
Yeah, you're a little choppy. Not the audio, but definitely your face. Yeah, we caught your face about halfway. You know, one of those types of moves.
Technology.
A Burnley connection.
Maybe it's that soccer ball. What is that soccer ball behind you? Maybe it's radiating too much.
My wife has the fastest goal in U.S. history. She scored in 48 seconds in her first ever appearance.
What? I knew it was radiating too much energy. It was glitching the internet. I mean, how many? Say this stat again. How many seconds?
Fastest goal in U.S. women's soccer history. 48 seconds.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Into her first game. She came on, subbed on, scored a goal immediately.
So what did she?
Unbelievable.
How did it work out? Did she slice and dice the entire team? Did she? What was it?
Yeah, she picked it up just past the halfway line, took it down, and put it in the back of the net. It was the coolest. I mean, we were still a little early in the days there, and I was like, this is fucking awesome.
This is what we need. This is going to be all the time.
This is cool.
Yeah. Fastest of all time. That's incredible. I love what your boy Koa and your kids are going to be like. Mom and Dad are very athletic. Uncle, very athletic. Before we dive into football talk, TJ said on a show that we're not allowed to show. Okay, that guy's awesome. I think noted awesome guy.
Sure.
But TJ talked on a show about the amount of food that you guys ate as kids. Is it what? So every once in a while, we'll see you put out one of those rock-like posts where you look like an asshole, I'd say, with the amount of food you put out there. But that is literally just what you guys grew up doing, is just housing food? Is this the cheat code? Are you doing this to your kids right now?
He's not lying. It was 2 breakfasts, 2 lunches, 2 dinners every day. It was the gallon of milk a day for the household. It was just, I mean, my dad and my mom were very conscious of, like, they knew that we needed to put on weight, and if we wanted to be athletic, we needed to grow. And it was a whole lot of food. And I think he told the story about peanut butter and jellies packed in the backpack for snacks at school. So you'd have your 2 breakfasts in the morning. You go to school, you eat your PB&J, then you go get your double lunch at school, and then in the afternoon you have a PB&J, and then you come home and have 2 dinners. So it's
unbelievable.
Insane.
Is that every day of your life? How long do we do this for?
I mean, it was basically until the end of my playing career for sure. I had to learn to slow down and be like, hey, like once I retired, you had to be like, all right, you can't do this anymore.
Yeah, well, I don't think you can do it ever. I think that is one of those things that if you withstand that for what year how old were you when you retired?
I was 33.
33 years old. 33 years of eating like that. Think about how many calories. Just think about the amount of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. This guy.
What kind of workouts in between?
Yeah, we doing swimming in the morning. Like,
yeah.
How many workouts a day?
No, there were some times where it was ridiculous. I mean, there were 2-a-day workouts on practice days in the NFL. It was dumb. I've said it before. There were times where it was dumb. But you don't know. It's like that thing. You got to push it to the limit until you find the limit. So you're like, all right, I got to be the best by working harder than everybody else. So I need to work harder than I've ever worked. And then all of a sudden you blow out your back and you're like, okay, there's the line. Let's back.
I'm not even talking NFL. I'm talking like when you're in 7th grade. Like what is, because some people may see this and say, all right, let me just feed my kids and shit.
Yeah, I know.
And then they become fat. So what type of
500-pound line.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great show.
Yeah. This is not a recommendation, but there was a lot. And this isn't like a thing where we were like, yes, Dad, give us all this food. We're hungry to be great. Like there was some pushback. There was some like, Dad, like we're full. I don't want to eat. I don't want to work out.
I'm not hungry, Dad. Just stop making me PB&J.
I don't like peanut butter and jelly anymore.
It sucks now.
I understand.
But
go ahead.
It's like we're very fortunate. I mean, I've told the story many times. My mom was a secretary, worked her way up to become the vice president. My dad was a firefighter. We were middle class, not rich, not poor, but they spent their money trying to better us. Like that, they wanted us to be great. They took it, and we're very, very grateful and thankful for that.
Hell yeah to the Watts.
Hell yeah, Watts.
Hell yeah to the Watts. Okay, let's talk about a Watt. TJ, we actually had to do a little bit of journalism and get the truth, obviously. Is that a full-sized mug?
Yeah.
You got an Andre the Giant type situation.
Jesus.
Wow. You got an Andre the Giant type situation whenever he's holding that beer can. It
looks like a Dixie cup.
That's an espresso. That's an espresso cup.
This is a 12-ounce cup.
You're a monster. Jeez. 2 PB&Js. They sandwich the double lunch. So think about this: PB&J lunch, PB&J. That's lunch. That is what lunch is. And then he holds this mug and that thing disappears. Let's talk about another Watt that has lived a life like that and took over another country. What a performance. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, JJ, what were your thoughts on the Ireland game as a whole? Pretty sweet atmosphere. Obviously, we called you, and kind of weird that TJ decided to lie because everyone knows that when he punted that ball into the Hogan stands, it was clearly an ode to Gaelic football. So a little weird that he wouldn't just be honest about that, but I get it. But overall, what did you think of this whole kind of experience over in Ireland? And we already are getting some of like the stats back in the viewership. This was the second most watched NFL Network international game in history. So it looks like we will be going back to Dublin once again, the Isle, if you will.
Massive fan of Ireland. Been over there many times. I love it. I think the NFL, Dublin, everybody in Ireland knocked it out of the park. It looked incredible. It was a fun game to watch. I think the only change that I would make to it is the winning team should stay the next day. Like there should be a pub crawl for the winning team. After the game. I feel like that would be next level because you can't win the game in Dublin and then just hop straight on a plane and come back. You have to hit the pub.
They should have a little crawl set up for that. I think that'd be easy to call and contact. McQuaid would definitely set that up.
Yeah.
Over here, lad. Actually, got a tunnel over to this
Follow
place.
me under this tunnel, lad. Don't worry. We'll be there in 2 seconds.
They should definitely
Or like at least at minimum on the field after the game, like on Thanksgiving when they give the turkey leg, you got to just be chugging Guinness on the field after the game.
Yeah, I think I saw your brother and Cam Hayward maybe afterwards had a pint they were sharing, and maybe some more were shared behind the scenes as you're on the bus and heading to the airport and everything. But you're right. Why not for the Irish game have it be different? What's the difference? Oh, you go on a pub crawl afterwards.
That'd be sweet.
That would be a sick thing. Now, granted, definitely going to need a bye after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe two.
The game, certainly one thing.
Very interesting what Minnesota's doing. Very interesting. I'm very excited to watch and see how this plays out for them.
Okay, so they said they'd rather do this than go into Pittsburgh or into Cleveland. So what are your thoughts on that? Like, obviously the travel is its own animal, and every team has to be comfortable with what they're doing, and there's no right answer. Obviously, people have left early, people have left late. I don't even think you're allowed to leave too early anymore because of what rules are. Teams have won, teams have lost, whatever it is. In the travel, obviously, guys say, like, well, I'd rather save my bye week for later. I don't want to do it. It's like, I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know if there is a right answer. But choosing Ireland and London over Pittsburgh and Cleveland, in theory, made sense to me whenever I heard it. I would have never thought of it that way.
Yeah, I think for me, the big difference here is there's a difference between going and staying 2 weeks and playing 2 weeks in the same place where you're kind of settled into the hotel, you're settled into the practice facilities, you got your routine. Then going to Ireland, playing a game in Ireland, then switching countries, going to London, getting yourselves all reset up at the hotel and everything, and then playing a game there. I do think that that's different than like a Jacksonville staying over for 2 weeks, just because of how much difference there is. I mean, practice fields and ice baths and everything is different. You have to reset up and pack and everything. So, I mean, maybe I'm making too big of a deal out of it there, but there's no doubt that the upheaval of your normal routine can affect you as a player.
I think so too. And it's a lot of bullshit there. Checking in, checking out, what's the new this, what's the new that. Obviously we're on different time. When do we talk to the family? Is the family here? What does the family need? I mean, there's just a lot that goes into that on the human side. So staying focused on the game is obviously a whole nother task at hand. The Vikings are going to be looking to win this week. I mean, if they go 0-2, they're going to be looked at as doofuses.
Yeah.
Not only do you pick up 2 losses, which you might have been able to steal one maybe in Pittsburgh and Cleveland, but also now your team has been international for 2 weeks. How do you get back onto Minnesota? I mean, there's going to be a lot of questions if they go 0-2. And they were close. Carson Wentz almost brought him back in.
He did.
The Carson Wentz experience, JJ, was happening right in front of our eyes over there in Ireland. It was a special time. And now it heads to London to take on Dillon Gabriel. We can't wait for another 9:30 a.m. kickoff. We're looking at the games for this weekend across the board. Let's make sure we enjoy the good ones.
Yeah, they're going to be on.
Let's make sure
we got a couple good ones.
Yeah, we got a couple good. We certainly got a couple good ones, and we will enjoy those. Whenever Thursday night's a big one.
Yes.
Rams, Niners. That's a big game.
That's a good game. That's a very good football game. Looking forward to that.
That's Thursday.
Check out the rest here.
Man, really wish
Buccaneers,
right.
Seahawks.
Yeah, on that note, JJ, I know this would be a great game. 2 former first-round quarterbacks found their footing, doing their thing. 2 great Ohio State wide receivers, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Ibuka. But I know something near and dear to your heart, jerseys. Swag.
Yes.
An all-time jersey matchup here. Which way are you leaning right here between the Bucks and the Throwback Seahawks jerseys?
Dude, I do not know if you are going to see a better uniform matchup this year or even potentially in coming years. I mean, that is top tier. The thing I love about the Bucks, we all love the creamsicles, but there are some people that it can overwhelm. This, with the white, understated, the creamsicle's allowed to pop, but it doesn't overpower you. But and also here's the thing for me. The creamsicles, that's a perfect throwback. You get that out here once or twice a year. But the Seahawks, that's got to be their full-time. You got to go back to that full-time. That is a top tier uniform combo.
Shout out to Ari Mirov piecing this beautiful thing together, obviously, for us on the internet to remind us of this game happening. But anytime you get good unis on, the boys know they're probably going to get to keep them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you get to keep them, you'd like the memory to be a good one.
Yes.
So obviously, I think there is a little heightened environment, heightened atmosphere whenever you have a good uni. Now, if you got an ass uni, which some of these teams have certainly rolled them out.
Oh, yeah.
Some guys don't even want to keep the jersey after. So it's like, who fucking. So sometimes the jersey can weigh a lot more than in other games. And I think in this one, it's going to be beautiful. Now, the Falcons, you just got a chance to go learn more about them. Connor has a question for you, JJ.
Yeah, JJ, Bijan's been off to an unbelievable start. He leads the team in rushing and receiving. And this is kind of a trend almost right now with some of these running backs. I know Bucky Irving is up there after his 100-yard day on Sunday, and then there's a few others, McCaffrey kind of scattered in there, but Bijan's by far the most dominant player for his team at any of those running backs. How do you feel about Bijan possibly, making a run at the MVP? I know he plays running back, and it's a quarterback award, but do you think he might, go on a little run here? And also, same note, Puka Nacua too.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, two incredible players you're talking about here. I had a chance to watch Bijan up and close this week, and like you said, leading his team in receiving, leading his team in rushing, and just dynamic. It's incredible to watch him play. His jump cuts, his explosion after the cut, his ability out of the backfield, and something that's extremely underrated, but he's very good at is his blocking. He's a really good blocker, a willing blocker. So I think if the Falcons can get on a little roll and their offense plays like they did last week and not like they played against Carolina, there's certainly conversation that should be starting around Bijan Robinson and that tier of that MVP level tier if they can get on a little bit of a run. But just because of everything that he does, also he's just a great kid. It was a lot of fun to talk to him. He seems to have just a great head on his shoulders. He trains with McCaffrey in the offseason. He wants to grow. He wants to get better. He's definitely the type of guy that you love to see hyped up in this league. Is just all about ball and loves ball.
Okay, so let's go to the next game that you're calling. That was last week. I can't wait to hear who's catching your eye. But there's another man that is going to be has been calling games too. And I don't know if you guys have shared any insight on what it's like to be good color commentators, but I do know you guys have shared similar thought, or maybe differing thoughts on maybe a play.
Yeah.
AQ Shipley's here, obviously 12-year NFL vet. He posted the other day, I don't know if you saw this. Yeah. It was a Dion Dawkins play. And AQ, basically what you said is like, hey, this is this guy's superpower. This is what Dion Dawkins do, right? Is that not what you said?
Yeah, I love him. Every time he sees that DN drop, he's looking to break some ribs. And not only does he get one, he gets two.
Oh!
He gets two.
Now, Jage, we have heard that maybe you have a thought on this particular play about celebrating Dion Dawkins looking for ribs, looking for work, looking to help out there, Jage.
I do have some thoughts. None of them are about Dion Dawkins. Dion Dawkins is a phenomenal football player, great football player. Okay. This has nothing to do with him. Okay. This has to do with AQ Shipley and acting like this. Like we just took two blindside shots. Completely legal, completely fine, no problem at all. I get it. It's part of the game. But this, I don't know, it's like
he called you a scumbag, buddy. He called you a scumbag.
Where I'm unblocked and I post a free sack, and it's like, that guy's a beast. It's like, well, I mean, the quarterback laid down for me. He was just laying there, and I touched him for the sack.
Yeah, just curious, how many sacks you had on TT stunts, TE stunts, ET stunts? Just curious. As the guy picked the shit out of the tackle, when his eyes aren't looking at him, boom, and then you come free. Isn't that the same thing? Pretty similar.
Plenty, but I didn't post it on the internet and say, wow, look at how dominant this guy is. Like, no, he knocked somebody's ribs out that wasn't looking. I got knocked out by Ben Skoranek one time, flat on my ass.
Good ball player.
And the Rams posted it for like 3 weeks straight, rightfully so. But like, I wasn't looking. I had no idea it was coming. It was from the outside. And yeah, it's pretty easy to knock somebody on their ass when they're not looking.
Yeah, JJ saying, hey, AQ, maybe let's not be glorifying things that maybe most people could do. Dion Dawkins has a lot of other tape that maybe we should be celebrating. Is that what you're saying, JJ?
Yes, thank you.
No problem.
I think AQ could go out there and knock those dudes out right now in the same situation. I 100%. Think McKenzie might be able to.
And I would love every second of that.
And McKenzie could potentially do that. But you say you're celebrating because you don't
Here's why I'm celebrating, and this is why. Because for the rest of the game, they run a zone blitz and they drop the end. That 3 technique has to think about it. That not only does the 3 technique have to think about it, now the nose guard has to think about it because Dion Dawkins, your left tackle, not only hit the 3 technique, now he comes and gets the opposite nose guard. And so because of that, I'm celebrating. It's a heads-up play. Not every tackle does that. You know that. We've watched a million tackles just sit there and eat up space. But to have the wherewithal, to have the heads-up, to be able to go back in and get one, not only get one, but get 2, now everybody's thinking about it on the defense side of the ball.
I do agree with your argument there. I do agree that not everybody's cleaning that up, that not everybody is doing it, especially the second one. I agree. And it is an effort thing. There's no doubt. Nothing wrong with any of that. I will now.
Concede,
now I will give credit.
Concede. Concede,
I'll
lad.
give credit. I'll give credit. You called him a wrecking ball. You didn't say it was dominant. You just said he was a wrecking ball, which I guess technically, in that sense, he was a wrecking ball.
Wow, and he kind of came in like a wrecking ball to your argument there.
Wow.
Cue it up. Cue up the song. Cue it up.
What
Cue up
wrecking
wrecking
ball?
ball. Wrecking ball.
Go ahead, hit it.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Yes.
Yes.
1-0.
Yes, we like that. Good win, AQ. Hey, this guy's pitching shutout right now.
Unbelievable.
7 1/3 innings.
That's right.
We got some real magic cooking there. Okay, now follow up. He does want to ask you a question about the game you're about to call.
Yeah, it's a game we thought was going to be a lot better when the season started. Texans, Ravens, you're calling it. Your guy, Matt Burke, calling plays. What is he bringing that's different than the previous coordinator, and what are you seeing? Obviously, you love this guy. Love to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Burke obviously calling the defense for the first time last week and getting a shutout. First time since 2010. I was a little sad to learn that I never had a shutout in Houston. I just assumed we had one. Didn't.
That's
yeah. But also, like, it's, the Texans defense is dominant. They're unbelievable, first in points per game. Titans, we know, have their own issues and struggles, so there's no doubt about that. But I think more so than Burke calling defense, which he is a fantastic defensive coordinator and knows what he's doing, is it frees up D'Amico to just be the head coach and to go out there and sometimes go help the offense or talk to CJ, to just focus on the decision making and to kind of play that global CEO as opposed to having double duty with the coordinator calling the plays and head coach, which I think is huge. I'm a big advocate for the CEO head coach as opposed to the coordinator / head coach. And I think this is a great step for the Texans.
There's obviously been some that have been massively successful as play callers and head coaches. Andy Reid is who we all kind of point to as the guy who's been able to do it for so damn long. But I enjoy the thought of a CEO head coach as well. Being able to tap in with everybody, spend more time connecting with everybody, and also spending your life doing things that are good for the whole team as opposed to just one side of the ball. But a lot of these guys were getting jobs because of how good they were at calling plays. It's an interesting dynamic. It's almost the Peter principle in some of those situations where, like, hey, you get the job because of how good of a play caller you are, but then you take the job and you say, well, I can't be a play caller anymore. So now you have a completely different job that you didn't get the job because of. It's an interesting. Good luck to everybody out there.
Go get it.
Hard job. Hard job. Coaching as a whole is an incredibly hard job. Are the Texans back?
I think this weekend is going to be a big one to tell us that. I mean, we all know the Titans are struggling right now, so that is a tough one to use as a measuring stick. The first half did not look good, only up 6-0 after the first half, but then they came out in the second half, did what they're supposed to. This week, I mean, the Ravens are decimated by injuries. Not just Lamar, everywhere. They have guys out left and right, and they're already the 32nd ranked defense in the NFL. So I'm kind of billing this one a little bit on Sunday. We were just talking about it. It's on one hand, it's the immovable object versus the unstoppable force. You have Derrick Henry in the offense, who are third in points per game, against the Texans defense, who's first in points per game. On the flip side, you've got the movable object versus the stoppable force. Texans offense hasn't been great.
Okay.
Ravens defense is 32nd. So it's just going to come down to who executes better. And if the Texans offense actually is back on track and rolling, could be coming around. How'd the Colts do last week?
All right. We should have won that game. We're dropping balls.
It's a battle.
We're holding on to penalties. We got one guy made a couple mistakes, but guess what? He's dynamic on the field, so we're going to make sure he gets it right. And it's a good time to lose a game.
It is.
It's a good time to lose
Or
a game.
tie.
Especially or tie game.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, Jage, on the Colts should have won this game. We all know that. Talked to Matthew Stafford afterwards. Matthew Stafford said, that's a good team over there.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's a good team over there. That was good news. That's all I need to hear. Let's talk about the tie from you. I need to hear your thoughts on Cowboys-Packers. Micah to Jerry World. Did you see Micah come out with the band on his waist still for his first time going onto the field? Back on to Jerry World, he had a band around his waist, like one of those warm-up bands. He kind of just kept it for the entirety. And at one point, he grabs it, so he knew it was there. But that was interesting to me. I'd never seen that before. But what do you think about it ending 40-40, tie ball game? And Jerry Jones going, well, they got Micah, and we got, and we tied. So you tell me. What are your thoughts, Jade?
I didn't see the workout band until now. That's an interesting one.
Accident? You think that's accident?
It'd be really tough to be an accident, man, because that is very restricting around your hip flexors and clearly your glutes. I think you would know that was there, but I don't know. I guess. It was a crazy game. It was a wild game. I haven't seen any Jordan Love quotes since, but like, did he know that the game was going to end if that clock hit 0 at the end?
Well, LaFleur seemed to not know that. He said that today, and he was like, "Wow, I was just thinking on the sideline, like this is going to be bad. We're not even going to get another playoff." So, but he did say,
What?
"Yeah." He said that today. He said, I started looking up at the clock, and it was going down, and I was thinking, oh my God, we're not going to get a playoff. And then that's what happened.
What it looked like, man.
Yeah,
That's
bingo. But he did say, it's
he didn't lie. We appreciate him not lying. Let's give him his LaFleurs for not lying.
And he did say that was embarrassing, and that can never happen again.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
Do we hear him, Ty?
It was like watching a slow motion car crash in front of your face. I was just looking at the clock like, oh my God, there's going to be no time left. It's a very humbling experience, and obviously it's unacceptable, quite honestly. I'm sure it'll be teach tape around there.
I'm sure everybody will be done.
Yeah.
True.
Jeez.
Very true.
Yes, they will. Hey, if we get in this situation, what are we doing? Not what these idiots did. Okay, we are going to know that we need another play. We're in field goal range. We can tie. It sucks, but we can certainly tie if we have to. Didn't feel like Jordan.
Watching that live, I thought for sure that clock was going to at minimum hit 0, and they might put one back on. It's crazy that clock did not hit 0.
And especially in Jerry world, I think a lot of people would think Jerry, especially on Big Michael's return night, there would be maybe a favorable clock. That thing stopping at 1 was certainly good news for Packers fans as McManus came out and tied that up. But everybody on earth now just says, this shouldn't be allowed. Jage, your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, I can obviously, as a fan and somebody watching the game, I do not want to see it end in a tie. I want to see some form of victor. Now, I have also personally played in back-to-back full overtime games on a Sunday and a Thursday. So I had to just play it overtime, full 15 minutes on a Sunday, go on the road on a Thursday at 11 a.m. on Thanksgiving Day, and play a full overtime game on Thursday. So I played 10 quarters in 5 days. That sucks. That is a lot of football.
Yeah,
and it is. So I completely get why we don't, but nobody likes ties, man. Like nobody. We got to find. I don't want to go to like a goal kick situation, but that would be electric if you just toss the kickers out there and start backing them up.
Hello.
Golden boot. Yes, we agree. We'd be taking what soccer has as their only electrifying thing and adding it to our game. And it's only happening after an overtime period. A lot of football has already taken place. The boys can't figure it out. Let's go ahead and get this done. BA pitched yesterday. Offenses, 8-yard line, one play, score a touchdown or not score a touchdown. So instead of the golden boot, just have your offense, defense go out there, one play, ball on the 8-yard line. Obviously, if offense scores, defense gets a stop. That team wins. If both teams score.
That's like college after the first 2, right?
Yeah, but I think you got to go for 2 in the second one now. I don't even think it's the third one, right? I think that's the big difference. Yeah, that rule was changed. One of the coaches didn't know that just like 2 weeks ago. Hey, let's go to Hammer. Dahn. AP Tone. That second overtime, you have to go for 2. Was that this year, last year? When did that rule change?
It's very, very recent. I want to say it's this year because I remember Georgia Tech last year. They were arguing that Georgia Tech should have gone for 2 after the second overtime, and they didn't. They just kept playing overtimes.
Because it used to be the third one. I think it used to be the third one. Now it's the second one.
But do they still do the thing where they do dueling 2-point conversions then after 2?
Yeah.
No. Are they really?
Yeah, they don't even go back to the 25 or whatever. They only do 2-point conversions.
Oh, because Georgia. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do remember that. Yeah, that is awesome. But just move it to the.
There's like 7 of them. Texas A&M had the one where it was like 7. They're just going back and forth.
Maybe just start with that.
Where are you this week? Where are we at game day?
Alabama.
Oh.
Hosting Vanderbilt. Alabama, pretty good team. Who have they beat this year?
That's no, we don't need to know that. We don't. Let's talk about Vandy. Let's hype Vandy up. Let's give Vandy some love. They're probably first time on game day.
Yeah, I think it is.
A long time or ever.
I think ever. I think ever. I mean, Jay Cutler had that run right with Vandy. I assume maybe they had some good hype then. But just the thought last year that we were going to maybe try to get to a Vandy. None of the schedule never lined up, but it was certainly like, hey, we got to go we got to go show Vandy to the world right now that they're a school. This is out of control that they were able to turn this quickly with just a couple pieces and a culture change. And it's like good for Vandy. So getting a chance to celebrate them this week while they travel to Alabama will be fun. Florida State, Miami was certainly where I think everybody thought we were headed, including us. And then the Virginia game happens and they lose. And it's like, still a big game, but after a loss. The fact that game day is viewed that way, and I'll continue to say this, is crazy to be a part of. People are like, hey, it has to come to our game. Like, that's a cool thing to be a part of. Like, that's very humbling. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this game, this sport is so big, so large, so much tradition, so much history, so much pageantry. And it's like, I'm a part of something that is just considered a part of the fabric of that entire thing. Very lucky to do that. I would like that to be said.
It's awesome. It's incredible. I mean, it's literally a part of, like, it's become just as much a part of college football as the actual games, which is so cool. And then I also have to tell you this. Every week I go into these stadiums now calling these games, and it's been really cool. Like, the stadium workers, whether it's the security people or it's the people operating the elevators, every single week so far this season, somebody has said to me, love watching you on the McAfee Show. I watch that show every day. It's such a great show. So you guys do a great job. So your demographic and audience is the people doing it, out there working, putting in the time, the police officers, everybody loving it. So it's been really cool to see that response.
Yeah, we're very thankful for the folks that watch this show, but also we're thankful for you coming by the show. You're great on our show, brother, just like you're great in the booth. We appreciate the hell out of you. How are Burnley and Espanol doing?
We got a big weekend coming up. Everybody plays on Sunday. I got the Texans Ravens. Burnley's got Aston Villa. Espanol's got Real Betis. I don't know how to pronounce it.
The Buzzes team?
Real Betis.
Holy shit.
That's a good squad in the Liga. That's a tough game.
What's the name of the team, Gumps?
Real Betis.
Okay, so it's not Jerome Betis.
Do we know that
They
for
do say
sure?
Betis in Spain, though.
Okay, we don't know for sure if the bus is associated with Betis, but they are a good team over there. The Espanol squad needs. Do we continue winning, keep winning, or start winning again?
We've been drawing, so we could get on the W train again. We're
see NFL.
rolling.
That's what we're talking
More
about.
draws again.
Hey, Raj, you hear what he just said?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, but against Betis.
Yeah, Jerome Bettis' team, you know.
Okay.
And they're calling it football.
Okay, we can't be doing that. Commish, enough. Immediate meeting, 32 only. Let's get a rule done.
Yeah.
Can't have another tie.
And change that primetime Thanksgiving game, too.
Get the Bengals out of there.
Yeah.
All right, we appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, he is future first ballot Hall of Famer, J.J. Watt.
Yay!
He's the man. J.J.'s the man. I'm happy he's doing well in the booth.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Hey, you are as well, aren't you?
I appreciate that.
I saw a video of you calling it. I like the energy. I didn't know you were sitting on like a little stair in the corner.
Yeah, you can get real tight. I didn't know that either.
You get with your guy. You're allowed to be next to your
Pliable. I'm pliable. I can really compact down.
What are you watching there? You're watching the little monitor? Or you watching?
No, I'm watching live.
Where the hell is D-Buck going?
D-Buck so upset. He's so upset.
Oh no!
He said, "I gotta go."
You gotta go.
So, is it cold,
We had
right?
a little super duper donuts this morning.
Oh yeah, that's right. The dirt
a
donuts.
lot of ingredients in these things.
Dirt?
Well, AQ's brought some healthy donuts.
Yeah,
this
I
morning.
just assumed they were made with dirt.
I assume that too. Yeah.
No, they're
Delicious.
delicious.
Okay.
But I think there's a lot of things in there that make you dump your pants.
Yeah, that's everything.
They're called the Dumpin' Donuts, and Darius is certainly going through that right now. Hour 2 will be on the other side. AJ Hawk will join us. We'll talk some ball, and then we got baseball, okay? Because baseball's doing it. Schwarber, Cal Raleigh, and hopefully you. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change their life.
I actually don't think the quarterback plays as good as it used to be. Certainly understanding defenses, understanding pass concepts, being in a huddle, taking snap counts. I used to walk into the meeting rooms with, on a Tuesday, of 50 plays that I wanted in the game plan. I'd be hard-pressed to think there's any quarterbacks that go in there, maybe one or two, that go in there with actual plays of what they want to run.
that you came up with.
Yeah, that I came up with, that I were part of our plan, that Peyton did the same thing. There's a lot of guys that we play with that really understood what quarterback really meant. I think the lack of development in college football. Wow. I don't think there are college programs anymore. I think there's just college teams. And I think the NFL is getting less and less developed.
Is that because
players.
of NIL?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think jumping from team to team,
The portal.
the portal stuff, I don't think you're learning a lot of really tangible values that are going to sustain themselves over time. So the only reason why I performed the way I did over a long period of time was resilience, competitiveness. I took on every challenge. I failed a lot. I didn't have my parents there to save me. I overcame a lot of those things. I gained a lot of self-confidence from overcoming them. And it's a very different era right now, even since the 2011 collective bargaining agreement, where the players, didn't have much time in the facility in the off season. The two-a-days got taken away. And some of those are for good reason. I'm sure there was important reasons why those things were done, but sometimes the pendulum swings too far one direction. So before we go too far down the line, I thought we were playing chess, and I think a lot of the guys now are playing checkers.
Do you think that's the same for every position? You think every position's kind of struggled in development?
You think that's true, Peyton?
Tom played 4 years in Michigan. He had the same head coach, same offensive coordinator, came out of that program, and then, obviously because of his consistent play, played in the same system for basically his entire career in New England. He had 3 different coordinators, Charlie Weiss, Josh McDaniels, O'Brien, but it was the same system, right? But he earned that respect, and he earned that consistency and continuity. That's how you develop. And it's just tough when I feel for NFL quarterbacks, Ari, that get drafted and they have 6 different coordinators in 6 years. That's hard to develop. And now that's happening in college. I mean, you saw the guys that got drafted this year. A lot of them went to 3 different colleges.
Right.
It's hard to really develop. I played for the same coordinator at Tennessee, David Cutler.
Did you move that coordinator in the pros to Denver, the same?
Yeah, I mean, look, I was very lucky. I had 14 years of the same coordinator in Indianapolis. And when I came to Denver, the Broncos took my Colts playbook and said, hey, circle all the plays you want to run. We'll run all those, and we'll add some plays, and we'll work together. But they basically did it, based around what may be comfortable. And Tampa did the same thing with Tom, or at least they, finally kind of got to that point. They went on to win that Super Bowl in that first year, and that just makes, good common sense. And so David Cutler, my coordinator and quarterbacks coach for 4 years at Tennessee, and kind of remained my coach throughout my career, kind of my concern.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
What?
Let's go. This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers. You ping! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our Hump of the Boat, the Thunderdome, on this AQ Shipley Wednesday, October 1st, 2025. Hour 2 of the program begins now. Football is magical, and we're lucky to talk about it every single day, but this hour is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be talking about another sport that's in the middle of a magical, another playoff run. Wild card started yesterday, continues into today, and then we're going to find out who's the next Mr. October. Yeah, who's going to be banging pennants on the wall, who's going to be hitting the ball further than the other team, and what pitchers are going to be able to find that strike zone better than everybody else. What names will be etched in history? What teams will get to the mountaintop? We have started MLB postseason. Hell yeah, yeah. I guess I could say the MLB postseason because that would be the postseason. MLB would be the descriptor.
Correct.
So it's the MLB postseason that is currently happening, and we've had some magical moments. We're talking about back-to-back jacks. We're talking about a big-time comeback in one of the biggest rivalries in all of sports. And then we got a team up there in Detroit. Yeah. Okay, that may be maybe going on a little bit of a run, even though the boys had quite a collapse at the end of the year.
They tried to. Skubal, 14 strikeouts, pitched an absolute gem. Some people were calling it the best pitching performance in all of baseball history.
Not true.
That's a big win, all right? Now, there's actually starting right now. Hopefully they just win this thing. Let's get out of Cleveland, move on to the next round.
I was watching somebody streaming named Jason, the Los Angeles Dodgers, and it was a Shohei at bat, and I don't know if he expected Shohei to go yard, but he certainly did. Oh, and in that moment, that coach, Jason, he lost his mind and told some truths about this man. This Shohei, man, is unbelievable. He is the one. Now, I know Big Dumper is going to be joining us here in a matter of moments. Kyle Schwarber is going to be joining us in a matter of moments here. This Shohei guy's special, man.
Yeah.
The biggest moments he performs, chaos happening around him all the time, seemingly. An ability to lock in that we haven't seen but from a few different people. You talk about the Mamba mentality, obviously, with Kobe Bryant, with his work ethic and his ability to lock in. Talk about Michael Jordan, obviously, flipping a switch whenever he gets into the entire thing. I got to witness it with Adam Vinatieri. I'm sure Serena Williams had her version of how she would flip the switch and get locked in and just kind of absolutely dominate. This Shohei guy, somehow, with fire literally burning around him, personally and in the stadiums, because his ratings are going up and to the right. He's building this sport in other countries. And obviously in Japan, he's one of the biggest stars on earth.
NHK ratings.
The NHK ratings up, whatever over there. It's like, and then he just steps in the biggest moments and has no idea. Like, it is, he's almost unconscious, this guy, whenever he's playing sports. It's unbelievable to watch. I'm happy he's a part of a time that we are alive, Tyson.
Yeah, without a doubt. And the way they deploy him, too, like the fact that he's, batting leadoff a lot, it just, their lineup is so deep, so you can do that. But, like, you could just see last night, like, how demoralizing that is. Like, the Reds have this kid, Hunter Green, who throws over 100 miles an hour. He is an absolute stud. And then, you have all this momentum and excitement for being in the playoffs, and then boom, first at bat of the game, Shohei goes yard, and it's like, oh, shit, here we go again. We got to basically be perfect from here on out. Comes up a little bit later, hits another homer. Teoscar Hernandez, who is another guy who, like, they were thinking about maybe letting go, but they ended up bringing him back. He's clutching the playoffs. He hits 2 homers last night. Tommy Edman hits a homer last night. Like, they just and it's kind of, this is what, good teams, especially teams who hit home runs, this is what they do. It's just contagious. Like, once a couple guys run into them, then it's like, oh, okay, now we're just going to see guys throughout the order start hitting homers. And to the Reds' credit, They had a little bit of a comeback last night and ended up losing 10-5. As you can see, Rob Lowe's losing his fucking mind there. But yeah,
host.
He is.
Floor or whatever.
Yeah, it is. But the Dodgers are unbelievable once again, and a lot of people are already looking ahead and saying, man, if we can get Phillies-Dodgers in the next round, that would be sublime.
Well, Schwarber, we know he hits it a long way.
He does.
We know Harper hits it a long way. Shohei Ohtani last night, hardest hit home run off a 100-mile-an-hour pitch in StatCast era. Stat that. 117.7 miles an hour. That thing's coming out there.
I thought Judge hit a single that hard.
Well, this is home run.
Oh, my bad.
Home run off. Why'd you do that?
No, I genuinely was like, well, Judge.
Why'd he do that?
Judge hit his ball 150 miles an hour. I was like, that's not that fast.
It was a home run versus single. He's been saying single very loud, hasn't he? And it's a best of three.
Okay.
It's a best of 3 series. I don't know if everybody really understands that, because there was a time where these games were best of 1. Do you remember that 12-year NFL Super Bowl champ? It was electric.
A.J. Burnett on the mound, Neil Walker, the hometown kid.
Torch is doing his thing.
Yeah.
Place is going crazy. It wasn't that long ago, but it feels like forever.
It feels like it's never going to happen again.
Whoa!
And it's certainly not within arm's reach at this moment.
Yes,
even though we got to Cy Young winner in the entirety of it all. It's not even close, bro.
Can't even.
Let's get back to talking ball. That's 9-year NFL vet Darius J. Baller.
Yeah, hey, you said you like him batting leadoff?
Shohei?
Yeah.
I mean,
And Judge bat second now, right?
Yeah.
Is that like very different? Is that something new? Because I'm used to like
typically,
3-4 spot.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it's just now the way it goes. It's like, hey, we want to guarantee this guy's going to get as many at bats as possible.
Okay.
And for stuff like that, it's like when you. Who knows what the percentages are, but when you hit a leadoff home run,
It's like a block punt.
Exactly. I would imagine you win quite a bit of the time.
Yeah, it feels like that's exactly similar type stat, because the vibes and everything.
Exactly. Dodger Stadium was crazy.
See, opening kickoff return over.
Right.
I mean, you might as well take it. Schwarber, he bat 4?
So he batted leadoff quite a bit last year. He's been hitting 3rd this year.
Okay, so I'm going to ask him. Hey, it seems like when I was a boy, with what the normal thing was, guys batting cleanups, the best. That's the
big bopper.
That's where you want to be, because we're going to get them on base, and then our guy's going to come in and hit them in. And then Shohei going leadoff has been like a story, basically. And I just thought to myself, oh, he must not be like the best hitter because he's also one of their best pitchers. It's like, no, he is the best hitter on their team, right? Is he the best hitter on their team by far?
I mean,
getting more at bats seems like a much smarter strategy than depending upon 3 people to get on base for your 4th guy to finally get a hit. I don't know.
Mookie?
Yeah, Mookie, Freddie Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez. I mean, that's the thing. When you have multiple All-Stars,
they're buying the championship.
But no, it's, like anymore. That the thing with Shohei too is it's like if he doesn't hit a homer, like he's stealing second. Like he's an absolute weapon, and that was always a lot of people with Schwarber. It's like, well, the whole point of your leadoff hitter is to get on base. So it's like he's only like a 240 hitter. You wouldn't say he's a guy that hits for average, but he hits a lot of home runs. So it's kind of like a pick your poison. Do you want a guy to get a single or a walk, or do you want a guy hit a homer the first pitch of the game?
Dumper's hitting
third.
Okay, so third, first. We know baseball. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a guy who won a youth league baseball championship at the age of 7 in a 10-year-old league.
Wow.
He's a college football national champion, a Super Bowl champion, a Ryder Cup winner. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hawk. Oh, we got new shape on this thing. We got new shape.
Just got the bottom of the sides trimmed up a little bit just to keep it clean. That's all I did.
Can you turn that thing sideways real quick just so we? Ooh, a little low fade.
I got to keep growing out the top part. Yeah, I saw Shohei hit that live, by the way. That was pretty magical, even though it was against my Cincinnati Reds, unfortunately.
Yeah, Cincinnati Reds might be outmatched in this one, which I think. I actually heard Ty talking yesterday after I think he had Jack and Diet. He said something about home runs, and there was something about the Yankees. We're not playing the Reds, which is basically what was said, I think, in a nutshell or whatever. Is that accurate?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because you guys are boppers as well, right?
Yes.
But you're taking on the Red Sox, and old buddy who's a great pitcher, and Reds guy potentially gettable for dong shots.
Very, very good, kind of same deal. But like the guy the Red Sox have is very proven. This kid for the Reds came up like very late in the season, or about midway through the season, and he's got like Skeens type stuff. He throws hard as shit. It moves a lot, but he's still a young guy. And he hasn't been in that situation before.
And Shohei, no matter the situation, seemingly has already been there at least 1,000 times.
Correct.
Just so comfortable, so calm. I forget the one thing that was happening. They made a big scene out of him doing something. Obviously, everything he does. Big scene. He does the hat tip. Then he gets in there, dong shot. It's like the whole energy and attention that was just given. Hey, we just stopped this entire show for you, basically. Yep, probably the right
Thank you.
Yep, all right, let me... This is what you came for, right?
Yeah,
boom,
exactly.
and it's gone. It's like just
video game.
So methodic of a assassin for his position. We're lucky to watch it. Okay, let's talk a little bit of NFL news. In your state, the great state of Ohio, there's a new starting quarterback for the Cleveland Brownies. Now, stop me if you've heard that before. Because the Jersey, we got a new starting quarterback. We got a new starting quarterback. Oh, we got a new start. We got a new.
Couch.
They're laughing stock.
Like a sofa.
They're on ESPN2 because there's baseball on ESPN1, and they're laughing at us. No, we're not laughing at you. We're laughing with you. This might be the one. Dillon Gabriel drafted in the third round out of Oregon with a stop at Oklahoma. Obviously, he can spin it. He's 5'11". He's taking on the Minnesota Vikings and Brian Flores' defense on Sunday. What do you think the storyline will be, AJ?
Oh, man. The storyline will be, like you guys talked about, batted balls. We'll see what happens. I don't worry as much with shorter guys with batted balls. I worry more about, having giant O&D linemen in front of you taking away the passing lane so you might not see a guy sitting in a void or whatever. But I think Dillon Gabriel might surprise some people and come out here and light up a little bit. And we know if he just takes care of the ball and they have success running it, they can absolutely win any game they're in because of that defense.
And B-Flow's defense just got a little bit by Aaron Rodgers. Now, granted, it wasn't a 40-piece or anything like that, but there was some success had by Aaron. Mm-hmm. What does Dillon and Stefanski take from that, D-Butt?
Getting the ball out quick. Number one, we talked about it, I think, Monday. Aaron Rodgers got the ball out on average 2.17 seconds, which is the fastest since 2016. So, and that's kind of Dillon Gabriel's, I guess, superpower. When you do have limitations, you got to do other things very, very well. The other shorter quarterbacks are good at that, or improvising with their legs, like younger Russell Wilson or Kyler Murray. So, we shall see. But it is kind of an advantage to the shorter quarterbacks from the secondary standpoint, because it's hard to see them. Like if you're in the deep part of the field, if you're deep half safety or post safety, a lot of times you get indicators on quarterbacks when they take the hand off the ball. A lot of times you get these little guys get lost. So it's a little tougher, but obviously you got to deal with those big boys.
Are we out on Minnesota or no?
Lukewarm.
Lukewarm on Minnesota. I was all the way
as far as being like contenders?
Yeah.
Out.
What?
I don't trust the
What about
quarterback
JJ
position.
comes back?
I don't trust JJ.
Beyond that, they were pretty good up front on defense last year. They let some guy go. They bring in Hargrave and Jonathan Allen, who they think are going to shore things up or make it better. These are really good football players who are just a little bit past their prime at this point, and they're getting pushed all over the field.
Yeah, the Steelers.
Surprising.
Yeah, Steelers. I didn't expect the Steelers to do what they did to the Vikings. I think we're all rather surprised.
Van Ginky didn't play on Sunday either, did he? I mean, that obviously, but yeah,
He did not.
that was kind of the big thing with the Vikings, especially if you're in the NFC North. It's like, wow, they're getting all these guys. I mean, that was always the question, though. It was like, they could have had Aaron Rodgers potentially, but they were very comfortable with J.J. McCarthy.
Could have had Sam Darnold.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see, but I don't think. I mean, I still think we maybe need to see a little bit more of JJ, but as of right now, yeah, I don't think you'd be saying like, oh yeah, this is the exact same team that almost went 14 or 15-2 last year and won the NFC North.
I trust KOC. I think we all do. We'll see what the Minnesota Vikings are. They have their second international game in a row coming up in London against Dillon Gabriel and the Cleveland Browns. Let's pivot to baseball postseason. How you doing? Keep it moving. This man led the
NL
in home runs this year for the Philadelphia Phillies. He's an IU Hoosier, absolute icon and legend. 3-time All-Star, World Series champion, ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Schwarber. Yeah! Schwarber, how you doing, Schwarber?
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Hey, do you remember how you did at Game Day? I think you did really well picking games at Game Day. Do you recall that? And did you keep up with that afterwards?
If I recall, I think I was the leading picker that season. I think I finished 8-1.
Are they keeping score or not? Oh yeah, there is. There is a leaderboard. Okay,
There was a leaderboard.
Yeah, and I'll be at the top of it, I guess. Crushed it, and you looked the coolest. Let's talk about what you have going on in your life right now. Obviously, we're postseason baseball. You guys have the longest season out of any. I mean, 162 games is crazy to think about. Postseason, though, you've had a lot of success in it. Obviously, the Phillies have as well. Do you guys ramp it up like in football? Regular season has a speed. Playoffs have a speed. Super Bowl has a speed. Is that the same for baseball, and how does that kind of work?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things where it's unsaid. It's you play 162 to get to this point, right? Like 162 games, you get evaluated, you get everything based off 162. Now, when you come into the postseason, you're not getting, you get a postseason share, but it's not like you're getting your normal check for 162 games. This is, all about pride. This is about a team. This is about us figuring out how to win a game, how to win a series. Stats don't matter. No one cares if someone's hitting 500, someone's hitting 100. It's, did you win the game or did you lose the game? And I think that's the beautiful part about the postseason, that it just brings out the best in everyone, and the senses get heightened. The fans are heightened, right? Everything is to another level. And for us right now, we're not playing. The postseason's going on. We're just we got the level.
Oh no. He's saying too much.
We're trying to get everyone healthy, but we're still trying to create an environment. We're trying to create an environment that's going to be postseason like. We have an inter-squad game tonight. We're going to have 30,000 people there watching us play inter-squad. And awesome. It's going to be a blast.
Hold on. Is that breaking news? I didn't know that was happening. There's going to be open inter-squad so that maybe you don't get rusty during this time. Is this something that you guys have done in the past? Because in baseball, like especially with 162, feels like there's a rhythm, feels like there's a schedule, feels like there's all those things. So whenever you sit out these games, it happened in college football actually. The teams that got all the first round byes because they were so much better than everybody else actually lost out on like 2 weeks of ball, kind of got rusty, had to get reawoke. You guys feel that way in baseball? And how long have you done things like this? This is awesome. Right before, especially with how your fans are over there. That place is a real home field advantage. 30,000 people will be there tonight. Does this happen on a regular basis?
No, this doesn't happen normally. So last year we had an inter squad, and obviously there was friendly wagering going on between all the players. We wanted to make this feel like this is worth something, that we're just not going through the motions. And now you just add in 30,000 people into our stadium, and I'm like, I'm like, who are people going to be cheering for, and who are people going to be booing tonight?
Offense.
It's
all. So this happens in football. As you know, in football, training camp, whenever fans come to the training camp, teams playing against each other, offense throws a 70-yard bomb on our number one corner, on our number one defense. The fans are going absolutely ape shit. You can have your ace out there. Yep. Somebody hits a bomb on, they're going to celebrate the home run, I think. Do you think so or no?
Oh, I mean, they're going to be going wild for any run that's being scored tonight. I'm like, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun, but this is just for us to stay in that rhythm, right? Like, it's just making sure that when we do, we know that whoever comes out of this series between the Reds and the Dodgers, they're going to be primed up. They're going to be juiced up. They just won a big series. And now it's on us to match that intensity. And coming out of the gate, they just played a high intensity series, and we're playing an inter squad, so we got to match that level any way that we can.
Hey, let's make sure these Johns bring it. The 30,000 Johns are a big part of this entire thing. Let's make sure we're bringing it. They're trying to match what LA felt like last night.
Yeah, right.
For Shohei. I mean, I think they'll step up to the challenge if I know anything about the people from Philly. AJ has a brand new haircut. If you would like to talk about it, is a low fade. And other than that, he does have a question for you, Schwarber.
Yeah, Kyle. So I don't know if you watched the Ryder Cup at all, but the U.S. had a hard time draining putts, and they were talking about, hey, sometimes in golf is weird. When you continue to try harder and harder, and it means more, you actually play worse. I feel like baseball, especially playoff baseball, is it ever like that when you're sitting there and you're in the batter's box? Not you specifically, but if you've seen players to where they put too much on it, like how do you treat it like this is, we understand what this is, but it's just another game, and, I got to be free-flowing and not sitting there and all panic the whole time.
Correct. I feel like, and I can give you a specific instance. Last at bat, game 162, bottom of the ninth inning, I'm leading off. I'm like, I'm going deep here. I can just, I'm going to try to go deep, try to end this thing. And I look like a freaking idiot, right? Like just like not taking your swing, not taking anything, you're pulling off, you're doing bad things, right? And it's like, why would I ever do that? Why would I tell myself the one time I'm going to tell myself I'm going to try to go deep? You're definitely not going deep. You're going to roll it over the second base, and you're going to look like a ding dong. So just do what you normally do. Like that's the thing, is like, just because everything's heightened, the senses are heightened, that it doesn't mean you have to be Superman. We're all great. We're all really good at what we do, and just with them being in, say the postseason or say the Ryder Cup, these are the best of the best, right? That you just being you is going to be great enough, and without you having to go out there and reach for more, I feel like that just brings out a lesser version of yourself. So the more that you stay within yourself, stay within yourself, and that all the preparation that you've done before the game or on the putting greens or on your practice round, whatever it is, that all that work that you just put into that, all the tournaments before that, all the games before that, that mindset that you had in all those games is going to work out way more than it would if you try to go out there and try to be the Superman or whoever it is and trying to do some more extra things. Just be you and see what happens, because you're good. You're already good enough.
Maybe you need to go coach that team. And
motivational speech.
I love the messaging you just sent out there. Yeah, that sounds like a guy who wears a C on his chest. We appreciate that messaging, and I also like the fact we're trying to hit ding dongs, not be ding dongs.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do anything of that. And and whenever you're in the highest moments, don't you think this, as a punter or kicker that I was more of like, I'm an athlete, I'll put the ball there. I played so much soccer. I was a very good ball striker in soccer, could put the ball wherever the hell I wanted, really. So I treated like football similar like that. I'm like, I'll just put the ball through there. Yeah, but what are you focusing on? I'm just gonna put the ball through the uprights. Then in the biggest moments they come. And it's like, oh, what am I gonna think about here? What do I need to do for this to happen? And didn't really have it. Then you rely on your fundamentals in the biggest moments. Like, you legitimately rely on your fundamentals, and it's all your work that builds your fundamentals. And I think all of that goes into being confident. Like, I think what you just broke down there is having confidence in your process. And it's like, when you start getting outside of yourself, you don't believe that what you did was enough, and that's That's like a phrasing or a way to kind of put your mindset so you don't do it. It's like, do you trust and believe in yourself? Yeah. All right, we'll go fucking do it then. As opposed to, I didn't prepare enough. Oh my God. This is not, I should not be here right now, because I've been there. And that's not a fun place to be with a lot of eyes on you. And baseball is like that every single pitch. On that note about every single pitch and you thinking to yourself, oh, I'm going long here, I'm going to pump one. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Schwarber, playoff baseball, obviously situational hitting is paramount, need to have it. And anytime you look at the box score, it seems like typically the teams who perform better with runners in scoring position always win those games. But for you specifically, like I know you just kind of mentioned it there, but be honest, like, are you trying to hit a homer every single time? The way, how violently you swing, it's just ridiculous. When you make contact, it does seem like you are going to hit a homer. And is that kind of a conversation between you and your manager where it's like, hey, listen, like, we understand, with the way our lineup's constructed, like, that's just what we need from you. We need you to hit homers, and we need you to drive in runs, and you obviously led the NL in both of those categories.
So the answer to the question, no, I don't try. And I feel like that's a product of, like I said, like if I'm going to try to do that, it's just not good. And literally my process every time I'm at the plate is, I have my game plan. I have everything that, I've watched the video, I've watched this guy pitch. But all this comes back to staying through the middle of the field and trying to hit a low line drive. Right? Like the low line drive is probably the most perfect, if you can go by anything, it's the most perfect struck baseball that you could have versus, you got to think about it. If you're hitting the middle of baseball, it's going to come off low and come off hot. Right. So now if I go a little bit down, that's where you start getting your fly balls that start when you get your higher line drives. That's home runs, that's doubles. Right. And so if I'm just telling myself I'm going to stay through the middle of the field and I'm going to give myself the most margin of error, right? I'm going to stay through the middle of the field. So if I'm early, it's going to right center. If I'm a little bit late, going to left center, perfectly on time, going to center. And then, taking the result from there. Like I said, our game's such a process. It's a process-based game with you're having outcomes. And you can do everything right and you can be out, and then you can do everything wrong in your process and you can still get a hit. It's such a weird game. We're on offense, we don't have the ball and they're just chucking it at us, right? So you just gotta put yourself in a really good space, and you gotta feel like you're just going out there competing at the end of the day and feeling like, and yes, when situations do arise, say a guy on second, nobody out, right? My thought process goes to, okay, I want to drive this guy in, but at the very least, I'm going to get him over the third base. So now I'm starting to lean towards the middle to right side of the field, versus, okay, now a guy on third base, less than 2 outs, infield might be back. All right, I'm taking my shot here to put the ball in play on any kind of strike. And I want to get this run in. Those are things that when the situation calls for things, like you have to be able to mold your game to the situation, because it's not like it's nobody on, nobody out, or nobody on 2 outs, right? Like you might take more of a shot with nobody on 2 outs to try to hit an extra base hit, because now, okay, I'm at second base or I'm at third base, I just hit a home run, whatever it is, you just scored a run, versus, okay, guy on second base or guy on first base, nobody out, I'm trying to hit this hole right here, trying to get first and third. So those are just all different things that come up in your head.
Think? I didn't know you do thinking over there. I thought big strong man walks into box. Big strong man walk into box. He designated hitter. Just go ahead and swing. What does he do? Nothing. He designated hitter. He just goes in there. The amount of gamesmanship that's going into it is beautiful to hear. I really, the more intel, the better for me. I was just completely enthralled by everything you're saying. When do you know it's a pitch? When do you know it's a strike? I'm sorry. When do you know it's coming out of the hand? Because normally situation will tell you that maybe a strike is coming here. And then as soon as it leaves the hand is when you know it's a strike. Like when do you know it's a hittable ball?
Oh, man, that's a great question. I mean, you watch all the video, you watch all this, and you're trying to picture everything that comes into what's coming out of the guy's hand. And obviously, if you have experience off the guy previously, so you have a better idea of what the ball is going to be coming out of his hand. But, yeah, it's pretty much coming right out of the hand, and you're trying to set yourself in you're trying to set your sights in a good spot to where the ball is coming out. So that should be a strike. A lot of guys have 4 or 5 pitches now, so it's not like, I can just say that some 2-pitch guy, it's fastball slider. Most starters all got 5 pitches. So now you're just trying to really put your eyes in a really good spot out there. So when that ball does come out, you're recognizing you're on a fastball, and then you're able to recognize some off speed and trying to limit your chase. Trying to limit that spot to where your eyes could go to telling you that could be a strike, but then all of a sudden it drops off the table. It's not a strike, and you're swinging in the dirt.
Then you look like a ding dong. And we don't want to be looking like
you look like you look like a ding dong. And
we don't want to look like a ding dong.
You don't want to. First off, what we're trying to do, don't look like a ding dong at the plate.
But
hit ding dongs, but. Yeah. Don't be a ding dong.
Yes. So don't look like one. Don't be one. Definitely hit them, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We want the ding dongs to be hit, but we don't want to be looking or being like it. Okay, tonight, 30,000 people for an intra-squad scrimmage. Connor has the last question for you. We appreciate you.
Yeah, Schwarber, we've seen the clips. I mean, some of the highlights that have been shown of you hitting, dingers in the playoffs have been amazing. What is that setup like? What is the atmosphere like in Philly? We went there for WrestleMania, brother, when our tribal chief probably should have won the strap, but that's neither here nor there. The casino being right next to the baseball stadium, that seems like a pretty diabolical setup just because win, probably good vibes, lose. There's some dangerous areas over there just in Philly as angry Philly people after a team loses. What is it like, and is that something that you guys kind of hang your hat on when playing at home, that the fans are going to have your back?
It really is. I'll never forget it. So 2022, we go to an Eagles game, and I think it was their home opener. And we're all looking at each other like, whoa, this place is an animal box right now. These people are going wild. And we're like, I would love to play in this kind of atmosphere. So then we go on this 10-game we have a 10-game road trip. We clinch the playoffs. We play the wild card series in St. Louis, then we go to Atlanta. We play the first 2 games there. We've been on the road for a freaking month. And then we come back, the Citizens Bank. We step out there for, they start calling our names and stuff. It was it felt like a football game. I'm like, holy shit, this is awesome. I'm like, this is, it gives you goosebumps. You just don't expect that. And that's that's that addicting feeling. That's that itch that you have every single night when you go to sleep, that you can't close your eyes because all you're looking forward to is getting back to that environment. And it's just addicting. It's so much fun. That's why I say it's the best version of baseball. You get the best fans out, you get the best environments out there. And in Philly, I don't think anything can compare to where, they're just, like I said, they're pouring everything they have into you. And if you're on the other team, good luck. I mean, I wouldn't want to hear some of the things that are being said to the outfielders or
they're a talented bunch.
The bullpens. I remember when I was out there as an opposing player, and the things that I would hear with 25, 30, 40,000 people there. I can't imagine 45 just rocking and rolling, ready for a postseason game. What they're going to be saying, but it's literally the best. And that's why I'm like, I'm itching. I'm ready for Saturday. I just Friday we're not going to be able to sleep.
Why don't we hit a ding dong tonight for the Johns? Why don't we hit a ding dong tonight? Okay, hit a ding dong tonight. We'll donate some money to a charity. Okay, what you pick the charity, we'll donate some money. You hit a ding dong tonight and have the Johns go crazy. Okay.
Let's do it then.
Let's put a little bit more on the line too.
Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm.
You said you guys were having a little bit in the first time you did one of these, like, hey boys, we need to take this thing seriously. How about for every dong that is hit tonight, we'll donate a certain amount of money. We'll figure out what that money is because we have no idea how many ding-dongs are going to be hit tonight. We'll certainly look into that to figure that whole thing out. Just know the boys, though. Tell the boys we're on their side. We want tonight to be a big one. Ding-dong donations coming from us for you guys tonight, and enjoy the rest of your run. Thank you for your time.
Appreciate you guys. Love it. Thank you guys. You guys are the best. Have a good one, all right?
Ding-dong donations.
Yep.
Okay? Don't be a ding-dong. Don't look like a ding. Hit them, though. Hit ding-dongs. Hit a lot of them. Your man, ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, Schwarber!
How many are going to happen at that thing?
So many.
17.
They're going to start feeding just meat pitches to them. They're going to have a whole segment of the game when they know about this, obviously, now.
They'll run that video.
Throw the meatballs. Yeah.
Run the video on the Jumbotron. Don't know if you guys heard this earlier.
Guys, don't tell Pat, but we're basically going to do a glorified BP right here. They're just going to be hitting dinger after dinger.
Need the crowd to react need you guys to have energy every time. Act as if it's not staged.
And there we go.
Oh, yeah, a lot of surprises. We'll get them.
What if they hit like 35 homers tonight?
I did not put a number on it.
Good move.
Because I do not know what this is. 30,000 people showing
That's great.
up.
I've never heard of that before. That's awesome.
You know who else is doing that?
Who?
The Mariners.
Are they?
The Mariners are doing I just saw either a tweet about it. Yeah. Today's postseason scrimmage tweeted on October 1st by the Seattle Mariners Twitter account. I believe that is them. Yes, 738,000. Today's postseason scrimmage game just got a little more fun. Hall of Famer Ichiro will be patrolling right field for the home team.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's still time to snag a $10 ticket. The Mariners are also doing one of these. This is a good idea. I like that our teams are doing this.
Yeah.
Can we stream these? Got to be a platform to stream these at somewhere. Joining us now is a man who, I'll tell you what, I don't know if he's on his team or not. Ichiro's going to steal a fucking homer from this guy.
Yeah.
For sure.
No questions asked tonight. This guy hits more ding-dongs than anybody else in the league. Plays catcher, hits from both sides of the plate. That plate's never been more surrounded by greatness than whenever this man steps onto that diamond. We got a chance to chit-chat with him during the All-Star break out at the Home Run Derby where he and his entire family stole the show. Ladies and gentlemen, they call him Big Dumper because he has a fat ass. That's from all the squatting, lifting, and the explosivity that this man has throughout his entire core. This is Cal Raleigh.
Yeah!
Dumper, what's up, dude?
Hey, how we doing, guys?
Hey, thank you for joining us. Mustache looks phenomenal. I think that's a very good look. I know you got a little scruff McGruff down here. Are you going to go with just mustache throughout the playoffs, or have we thought about an idea of how we're going to look yet?
No, I got to clean it up a little bit. It's getting a little messy, so might wait till a couple of days from now to get it cleaned up before the game.
Can you do a twisty doo-hoo on this? Can you get a mustache to do the twisty woo? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, put the wax in it. I can't. No, not yet. It's not quite there. So.
But if we were to go on a run here, maybe by a World Series. Let's not think about that, though. Let's think about what's right in front of us. You guys have a scrimmage tonight that Ichiro is going to be in right field. Is that accurate? What are you guys expecting? We just talked to Schwarber. You know, I think you just heard us chit-chatting about it. They're going to have 30,000 people. They said that they're trying to match what the intensity could be, or at least the emotions a little bit of what the team that they're going to be playing against has right now during their wild card series. Is this similar for you guys, and what are you expecting tonight, Cal?
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea how many people are going to show up. Hopefully, a lot. It'll be really hard to match playoff atmosphere. But if we can, it'd be great. And looking forward to it. Ichiro out there, not surprised. That guy's here every day working out, and so he'll probably be more ready than anybody else. So
every dong you hit tonight, we'll donate. Okay, just like we did for Schwarber. We appreciate you taking every ding-dong you hit tonight. We will donate. It's going to have to be captured, though.
Oh, yeah.
And these going to have to be real pitches. We don't need your dad out there pitching.
That was bold.
We're not doing that entire thing. Let's talk about your team. Let's talk about the run. First time you guys have won the AL West since 2001. Obviously, it's special time in Seattle. A lot of people saying Cal Raleigh, Big Dumper, is the driver behind all of this. Do you feel the pressure? Do you feel the excitement? Like, how do you kind of view this special season that you have had in Seattle?
Yeah, we're really excited. Obviously, do something that has been done in 20 plus years in the city. So we're all really excited. But it's just a great opportunity ahead. Looking forward to it. Really looking looking forward to getting to playing. Watching these wild card games, gets you a little antsy and makes you want to get out there. So we're excited. We got some work to do, and looking forward to that first series.
Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, we mentioned Ichiro. Are there any other, old school legends that aren't playing anymore that you've kind of leaned on throughout your career? Maybe there's so many. I just know so many baseball guys. They have these 15, 20-year careers. They have unbelievable stories and unbelievable wisdom, I feel like, to give to you guys. Is there anyone you've leaned on over the years?
Yeah, I mean, I think the one, off the top of my head, Justin Turner. He's with the Cubs right now. He's had a 15-year career, and I got a chance to play with him last year, and he's been a real help to me in my career and these last year or so. So he's such a smart guy, and those guys have so much knowledge about the game, and they've been around for so long. They've seen so many things. We got Edgar Martinez on staff, Hall of Famer.
Hell yeah.
Dan Wilson played 12 years behind the plate, our manager. So it always helps when you got guys like that who have done it before, and guys who have seen a lot of things.
Nobody's seen you in a long, long time, brother. What you're doing for switch hitters is obviously historic. As you've seen all the stats, baseball is a game of a lot of stats. You are a man that is becoming the top of a lot of those stats. How do the obliques feel? How do both sides of the plate feel? How's the lefty bat feel? How's the righty bat feel right now going into the playoffs? How's Cal Raleigh seeing it?
Yeah, everything's good. We had our first workout yesterday. Body feels good. You probably won't be feeling much on that first game. You can ask a lot of baseball players, getting out there in front of that crowd, and you got 40,000+, waving towels and chanting. So you'll be kind of floating around out there, which will be fun.
Is it a pull or a put? It's an oblique. What is the workout on both sides that you need to have? And if guys don't hit from both sides of the plate, what muscles do they have on one half of their body that are much stronger than the other? Like for you, what are you training? Is it a pull? What is the?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a pull. I haven't really thought about it. It's just rotating, really. It's a lot of rotating, a lot of core,
a lot of dumping,
a lot of med ball tosses, like
a lot of caboose,
Yeah. Well, that's different, but
still need the boost.
Need to put the caboose. Need to put the dumper.
You need to be strong. So it's it's a long season. You got to be able to take some hits here and there, and make sure your body can handle it. You got to have a little extra padding back there.
Now, on that note, you've had to squat, every single pitch on defensive side. Okay,
every single pitch.
We're part of this thing. That's why the ass is the ass. We're part of this thing.
You should do that all show.
Well, I couldn't, and that's why I just want to showcase how impressive it is. That was 4 right there, bodyweight squat.
Jeez.
Okay, that's 5. Okay, how many pitches are in these things?
He's probably catching, anywhere from like 150 on a normal day.
So that's 150, let alone warm-ups, right? We're doing warm-ups in between.
Stop doing it. You're
coming
gonna
down, coming out, right? We're doing that with people that aren't there.
Yeah.
I mean, this is this entire thing. And then you're still leading.
One at bat right there.
That's ball. I need a ball.
Yeah.
And then obviously you.
Yep.
There you go.
Jeez.
Wore out.
Jeez, yeah, it's a lot.
It's a fun game.
Yeah, I don't know how you. And then somebody's coming down. It's a missed throw. I don't have anything. You stupid idiot.
Safe.
There's a lot of that. You got all that going on. What you've done, hitting homers and doing all of that, has obviously been very commendable by a lot of people. Okay, that is something that I think is very difficult for you. Is this just new normal now? Like all off season? I assume this is just what you've prepared for and what you've trained for. But there's a reason why nobody's been able to do it from the catcher position because of how much body. There's so much on it. Pitchers rest every 4 days because of how much they have going on. It's like what you put your body through this year is a lot. I think what catchers put their bodies through are a lot on a regular basis. But now that you're so prolific offensively, has there been any conversations about what the future looks like for you? Or no, this is life. This is who I am.
Yeah, no, I mean, for me, it's, an everyday thing. So, I'm going to be catching and, we're focused on, obviously the now, and I mean, later in careers, you see guys that, can hit a little bit from the catching position. they'll start to work in at first base, or DH. You look at like a Buster Posey, Salvador Perez, guys have had some time over there. Even Johnny Bench back in the day, he moved off a catcher and played some other positions just to give himself a few days. So it's kind of part of the territory. But for now, I still feel strong, still feel good back there. I'm able to stay healthy and stay strong and competitive. So do it for as long as I can.
Yeah, and you're part of it, like catcher's very much in everything. So taking a step back, I assume, would be very weird for you, especially when my father is a catcher.
Mm-hmm.
My little brother is a catcher. My father's father's father was a catcher.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're in it. But with how prolific you are offensively, I know with the conversation, I mean, with Shohei, they're talking about Shohei, like, he shouldn't pitch. He can throw 101, he's throwing like, being that good offensively is all you need. And then the conversation with you is like, going to be tough to get Cal out from back behind the plate, whatever. It's like the guy loves it. And then Ty even said first base is normally where catchers will head to, so they're just still a part, like, still got a good glove, still got good defense. You need you out there. Because DH is just naturally the thought. This guy could be a DH till he's 60. Mm-hmm. Think about the days where he doesn't have to squat 150 times.
Certainly.
And then he's just hitting it. That's like, I couldn't even imagine thinking about it all. Now, let's chit-chat a little bit about this magical run. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, Cal, being in the middle of it, and obviously, you guys still have a lot left in front of you and you're trying to win a World Series, but did you have, like, any chance to kind of sit back and embrace all that pressure and enjoy the moment, knowing, like, hey, we're in the middle of a division race right now that you ultimately won, and then you're in a two-headed, race to win MVP? Like, have you got to sit back yet a little bit and be like, wow, I just had, like, one of the most impressive years in, like, especially in the history of catching, but in the history of baseball as a whole? And then I also have to say, after you guys clinch, you're owed to Tom Berenger and saying, hey, the only thing left to do is win the whole fucking thing. Awesome. But have you got a chance to sit back and kind of just reflect on everything?
No, I mean, that's a good question. I really haven't. I guess, last week, clinching and then winning the division, getting to kind of just sit back and take that all in and, really let your guard down with the guys, celebrating like that. I'd say that was the most fun moment. And you could try and kind of just look over the whole thing. And I was able to hit 60 on the night we won the division, which was crazy. So it's been a crazy year. I mean, I signed the extension right before the season started, and then all this happened, and then you throw in the All-Star week, winning the Derby with my dad and brother, division race, people start talking about you a little more with the home runs and all that, and you see yourself on TV a little more often than you probably want to, and
yeah.
So it's just
that ash, Cal. It's that ash.
It's been a crazy year.
Well, it's been a fun year to follow for us, and the nickname being the nickname is obviously fantastic for the sports culture, but you've lived up to the billing, brother. You talked about that home run derby. Your name was being talked about going into the home run derby, and I think many a times the names that are hyped going into the derby don't end up winning. Mm-hmm. You showing up and doing it and then continuing your season the way you have, we all just think you're a dog, dude. That is literally what we all think, and I think it's a beautiful thing. Now, maybe renegotiation, okay? We just got a deal done before this season. I know you guys got a lot of negotiation going on in baseball right around the corner with all of it, but I think there should be some incentives that have certainly been touched there. Now let's talk about looking ahead as a Brainiac player. Go ahead, AQ.
I remember when I was in the NFL and we had a first-round bye in the playoffs, you started to prepare for both teams that upcoming week. With two potential opponents, do you guys take a peek at both of them, or do you wait until you know exactly who you're playing?
Yeah, we're here at the field right now, and obviously, they got the games on, and we're all watching. And it's chatter throughout the whole thing. Cleveland, Detroit, we're watching obviously them closely, and once that's decided, we'll key in a little more closely on that one team. So, but for now, I think it's just trying to stay sharp. It's finding that right balance of making sure you get your rest, but also staying, physically strong, staying kind of in shape. Not you're going to get out of shape, but you know what I mean. You got to get those normal reps and try to keep everything normal and as as normal as it possibly can be for this week, because we're going to be doing some scrimmages. Obviously not the real thing, but try to keep those reps as normal as possible. So we'll key in a little more later in this week, and for now it's really more about the focus is on us. So
well, good luck tonight against Ichiro. He's going to rob your shit.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't wait to watch that. The fastest recorded opening pitch, we just got that stat sent over by Zito. 94 miles an hour was Ichiro in 2022. He threw the opening pitch in full uniform.
That's Ichi, baby.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. Didn't he? Was it Ichi who beat up on the middle schoolers? Middle school
Yeah.
baseball?
Oh, I did see that. Yeah,
it was. Yep.
The way you phrased that made me think something else. But yeah,
I love
saw
this
that.
guy.
So what was he? So what? I don't think I
He's
saw.
just hitting in like a high school game and just.
Oh, high school. Okay.
Yeah, just fucking ripping ropes to every part
Like
of the field.
picking where he was
Yeah.
hitting it, right?
Yeah.
So why isn't he on your guys'?
Yeah, he was pitching too. That's right.
So you said he's in the building every single day. Is he just on the team? Is he not good?
Put him on the 26 man,
Yeah,
Cal.
so how's this work? Like, he'll pitch tonight against you, too? How's this go? And then, like, on a random Wednesday, you guys just like, oh, let's go do some BP. And Ichiro's music hits, and he comes out in full uniform, and it's like, it's not BP. It's actually Ichiro Day. Yeah. And he pitches against you guys. He's around all the time, you're saying, basically.
Yeah, all the time. I mean, he's there all spring training. He's there every home game that we have. He's always dressed out, full gear. He's got the pants, the cleats, everything. He's
for game.
I mean, he's not messing around. So he used to throw us live BP, and even in spring training or in the cage, you ask Ichi, hey, can I get a little live BP action? And he'd go in there and he'd just carve guys up. I know he's broken multiple of my bats before, so and he takes it seriously. He's not messing around. He's trying to get you out in there, and obviously it's a little different because he's behind the L screen, but I mean, he's letting it rip.
That might be the secret weapon. It's not so secret anymore.
He's an asshole.
What's that?
I didn't like what he said about the Marlins doing his Hall of Fame speech.
That was awesome.
What'd he say?
Took a little jab.
What was it, Ty, if you had to just...
He basically said, like, he thanked all the teams he played for, and then he was like, and, I went down to Miami to end my career. He's like, before I got there, I didn't even know you guys had a baseball team. It was awesome.
Yeah, but still shout out.
Yeah,
and he said
exactly.
he did learn, obviously.
Yeah,
He did
and
learn.
everybody laughed.
Yeah, big pop out of everybody but the Marlins fans. All right, Cal, we appreciate the hell out of you, brother.
Yeah, always great seeing you guys. Thank you.
Hey, ding-dong donations tonight for this inner
There you
squad
go.
thing. Let's go. We don't know what the price is yet. We'll let you know. We will certainly hope that the Mariners keep us updated on how many big balls does Big Dumper hit tonight. Why not all of them? You're the man, ladies and gentlemen, Cal Raleigh.
Yeah, Cal!
Might win the MVP this year.
He should, especially, with how it's going now.
What do you mean with how it's going now?
Just, with how important it is, what he's doing, with how important the catcher is to the game of baseball. We know.
It's like the tight end all of a sudden. It's coming back. It's having a resurgence.
That's the perfect way to put maybe almost like a tight end with a little nickel corner, perhaps, because he also has to catch the ball, and he has to have a real arm, not like a noodle arm.
We'll see. We'll see.
That was rude.
I don't know if I'd be doing this only up one game because, but I get it. They lost last night. You got to do what you got to do.
Sinatra came on shuffle this morning. I think Boston might claim Sinatra by the end of tonight. Don't look out, Yankees.
Follow up on that. What does that mean?
Frank Sinatra, just one of the goats. Is one of his big songs. What do they play?
Yeah, the theme from New York. Start spreading the news when the Yankees win.
It says, so why don't you say it a little bit?
Yeah, they said the stars spreading the news. Blah, 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 blah.
I'm leaving today.
People don't forget Aaron Judge. He put a speaker on his shoulder and he bumped that leaving Fenway Park when they were up 2-0 a few years ago. And then what happened?
Start spreading the news. What happened?
Sox won 3-2 in the series. So
whoa.
I'm confident. And I should be. I watched 162, now 163. But I still feel as though, Judge could do it.
We'll see. You got to win tonight.
I don't like the way these Yankees fans have certainly.
I haven't. I don't like Bruce pulling out the we don't have Garrett Cole right now, but that's not the mentality we need going into tonight, Bruce, and you know that.
This is
you know
shades
that.
of in July when they were popping gold bottles up at Fenway, declaring us dead. I love it.
Okay, all right, Bruce. I hope that's the case.
There
Let's
we
get
go,
back
Bruce.
to the NFL. Obviously, we had an incredible weekend of ball. as we look forward to Week 5. Let's go ahead and look back a little bit with AQ's takeaway. AQ, what are your takeaways from the last weekend of the NFL season?
The first one is tush, push, evolution.
Oh, I like a little tush-push evolution by the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, they were taking on Vita Vea and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Vita Vea, Big Oos, he took advantage of the tush-push before. He stopped that thing. He stared tush-push down and said, actually, Oos push back, and stopped it in its entirety. Now they decided to run a couple gimmicks. I appreciate that, AQ. So do you, it appears.
It's ironic that they did it against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Big Vita, and they go old school 1930s, give it to the galloping ghost in the wing T and go sweep off the left side.
Yeah. Wow, that was sick.
Yeah, pretty sweet.
Yeah, wing T, galloping ghost.
Yeah.
You did really well there. You did really well there. What else?
Now, this looks a little different because you don't have the guys behind Jalen Hurts, but his footwork. Normally, when he's just under center, his feet are neutral. You can tell he is selling a quarterback sneak, but guess what? Look to the right. Quads to the right. Little diamond shape. Shuffle over to Goddard. Walk it right in.
Oh, innovation here. This is some innovative stuff. There was no tush to be pushed, but there was certainly a dive to be had. Not so fast, my friends. Underhand toss to Goddard. You got numbers over there. Let's go ahead and take advantage of it.
Absolutely, and that's a really cool formation right there. You don't see it very often whenever they go quads with 4 to one side. Make a little diamond. You see that? It's a bunch with a guy behind, and they just got 3 blockers. You walk in the end zone.
And A.J. Brown said, I can't take the scoop.
Come on. Good
way to get a touchdown.
Good block by A.J. Brown on the backside, though. Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Great effort.
Oh, yeah.
Great effort.
A.J. Hawk, A.J. Brown. A.J.'s
Can
watching
I be
this.
that guy?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a big physical body. I can catch this and fall into the. Yeah, you're right. Everybody wants that spot.
Okay. Is there any others that we need to see, or is it just those two?
No, we got a lot of meat.
Oh.
And here's what this means. Here's what this means is we've seen the way that offensive coordinators over the past couple of years have game plan tight ends that can't block. And so what you've seen over the years, if you've seen McVay, you've seen Shanahan, you've seen all these creative guys put the tight end and they bluff and they put him on a linebacker because they know they can't win at the point of attack. Teams this year have said, forget it. You know what we're going to do? We're going to put a big O-lineman in. We're going to go jumbo. We're going to get all the meat in there.
Yeah, because there has certainly been a run here of D-line dominating games. You look at the Philadelphia Eagles, they have 4 number 1 picks on the D-line, and they were able to just cause absolute chaos for everybody. And if you can get home with 4, then obviously you do some quick math. That's 14 eyes looking at the quarterback and everything else going on, and you can obviously swarm and tackle everything very well. Without having to bring extra pressure, you're sitting in what we like to call a great spot defensively. Echo the sentence?
Absolutely. 4-man rush is everything.
And on that note, if you're able to block those 4 guys, now the defense has to bring extra men. So whenever you bring somebody from, watching in coverage into rushing, all of a sudden, what's that? Oh, it's more space on the backside there. Now, how do we protect that and know that we're going to be protected? Bring in another big, fat-ass offensive lineman.
That's right.
I like that they're doing it, especially with how athletic all these big guys have gotten.
Yeah.
Because there's a chance one of these guys could be a setup to get the ball, especially with where they're lined up. I appreciate the protection. Now, you're talking about Kansas City doing this for Patrick Mahomes. Seems like a smart idea.
Yeah, we're going to look at this first play. Kansas City has Caliendo right there on the right side.
Frank?
Not Frank Caliendo. Caliendo is going to fake sell the power to the right. They're going to toss it back to Worthy. And now watch Big 66 get out in front, take the rookie, Malachi Starks. He's the reason this is a home run.
I love that. Got Xavier Worthy back for them. And so a lot of meat has become a trend. Obviously, the Pittsburgh Steelers had Darnell Washington, who's 6'7", 290 pounds, tight end out of Georgia playing tight end, but mostly just blocking everybody. There he is, number 80 on the left side. And what is your last takeaway here as we are coming up quickly on a hard out, AQ Shipley?
Yeah, we got Steve Spagnuolo still bringing it. Let's take a look at...
Boom! 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 Boom!
5 big booms.
He's still bringing it.
I love it. He's still bringing it.
Boom! Boom! We're running out of time.
All right, perfect. Let's get to Nick Bolton right here. He's the key. Look at this. This is a pressure rush. He's not part of this blitz, but the minute he sees the running back block, comes. Look at this pick.
Boom! All right, the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. Spags still the Chiefs. Spags still Spags. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Okay, we nailed it. All right. We really did well. We really did good there. We really nailed it.
Nailed it.
That's 100% on me. Baseball talk lasted a lot longer than I thought it was going to last.
Boy, did it.
Because Schwarber was good.
Yeah, awesome.
And Cal Raleigh, so many questions, especially with the conversation that's been going on around you and Aaron Judge and Cal Raleigh.
Yeah, but
you framed that in a very nice way. Because I think you are a fan of Cal Raleigh, the person.
I am, big time. And I'm also a fan of Cal Raleigh, the player, which is why when we were starting doing this, I wasn't liking oh no, I don't want to be the guy who basically says, fuck this guy. He doesn't deserve this, because he does. He just doesn't deserve it more than Judge, in my humble opinion.
And you love Aaron Judge.
I do.
It's his turn. Seems like it.
Cal's?
It's kind of, it gets to that conversation. Like last year, with Lamar, he had like an MVP year, probably his best year as a pro. But Josh Allen, the moments, and it was kind of like, all right, it's kind of this guy's turn. But if you casted a vote for either one of the guys, you probably felt good about your vote. I feel like it's the same with this race.
Yeah, and it just, Aaron Judge already got robbed out of one MVP.
I'm not thinking about that. I don't give a shit. You got to beat the Red Sox tonight. I don't give a fuck if he wins MVP or not.
Okay, so Cal Raleigh's MVP. We understand that?
If it means that the Yankees are going to advance, and
I'm just saying, just in general, just at this moment.
No, he's not. He's not. He's had a special season. No two questions about it. He's had a very special season. He's not the most valuable player Judge is. But if it means Judge is going to win MVP and they get beat tonight, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, what's another MVP? Who cares?
Are the Sox hot right now, dude?
Dude, the Sox have never been hotter. They're as red.
I see that hat. They got real hot real quick, and now we're.
Well, and this is 2004. This is
year.
Yeah, exactly. It's damn near anniversary of this team, and this is the World Series hat. But we actually came back against the Yankees when we were down 3-0, something that they've never done. So
no one has ever done that other than the Red Sox.
My bad. So when it comes to Boston, it does feel as though this might be one of those magical years. It feels like they might have the juice this year.
If the Yankees get eliminated before the postseason even starts.
No, that can't happen.
The Mets didn't even make. Mets didn't even make.
More like small apple.
Oh, start spreading the news. I'm leaving today, said Primetime Baseball.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
There's a chance.
There's a chance. But they're not dead yet.
Huge
Not
game
dead.
tonight.
No, you're not.
Oh, my God.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Huge. I mean, this is a huge.
Yes.
Ty is going to be devastated if the fucking Yankees get swept 2-0 to the fucking Red Sox in a wild card
My God.
and kill them after
Yes and no. Yes and no. I will obviously be devastated that they lost. If they lose, though, I believe that'll put quite a bit of pressure on, hey, let's get Aaron Boone the fuck out of here.
Whoa, what if they win, though? We keep him. What if he goes on a run?
Then good. Earn that paycheck. Earn that
Oh,
paycheck.
my
Hell
God,
yeah.
AJ.
Hey, that walk-off homer against Tim Wakefield was a long time ago. You can't live off that forever.
AJ, did you know this is how they feel? I mean, he's been loud about
No.
it. Yeah, it is.
I was watching it with Crochet, the Red Sox pitcher last night. He was awesome. I love his delivery. I love his leg kick. I love his demeanor. I don't think you were beating that guy last night.
How about Chapman?
Well, they were beating that guy last night because the Yankees pitcher was much better. That was one of the stupidest things you've ever said. When he left the game, Max Fried, they were up 1-0. They were beating that
Either
guy.
way. Doesn't matter. Either way.
I get it, though. I get what you're saying, but you're wrong. They were beating that guy. And then Boone decided to go to the bullpen, which has been their Achilles heel all year. And within a span of 2 minutes, they were losing, and you knew, oh no, he set up a nice little lefty lane with the lineup here too. We're going to have lefties going to go up against Aroldis Chapman, who's also lefty. And what happens, right-handed guys start off, get a hit. Even one of our lefty guys who hits lefties well, Cody Bellinger, he gets a hit. Bases loaded. And then you get Stanton to strike out, and then what does he get? He gets a couple lefties to finish it off, just how fucking Alex Cora would have written it up if he could have in the most perfect situation. And that's what happened.
Chapman threw 101 final pitch of the night. Just let it eat. Yeah. Somebody threw a hundo on the 100th pitch. I don't remember who it was.
117th pitch, yeah, Crochet.
Yeah, Crochet threw his hardest pitch of the season, I think, on 117.
So AJ was talking about.
You gotta let the athletes go.
I believe Crochet, the stat I saw about him is he's the, I think it's something about he's the only starting pitcher to pitch all the way into the 7th and throw a pitch 100 miles an hour, going that far and still having that velocity.
He's a horse.
On the ball.
What a beast, this guy.
Beast.
Which, once again, is why, if you ask Yankees fans, maybe we do lose this one because this guy's really good. The next two, certainly in your guys'
They have the advantage in the next two games, yes.
What time's that game tonight?
6:08, which, what are we doing?
What? It's just nobody wastes any time. Get there at 6:08.
Make that a fucking 7:15 start time.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to get a little bit more
Well, yeah, because guess who's got to fucking put their kids down to sleep and miss the first 3 innings? Me. Sick of it. Okay?
Especially, imagine you come back down. Oh, it was a tough one, too, by the way. A lot of rocking, a lot of screaming, a lot of yelling. Right down. Come downstairs. Red Sox.
Yeah, they're up 3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd fucking rip my TV off the wall if that happened.
Don't do that. We still got a lot more innings. We still got a lot of baseball left, remember?
I know.
Oh, my God, if the Yankees lose tonight 2-0.
No, I feel good about tonight. I do.
Who's on the call?
Ravi. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Ravi, Eduardo Perez, and fucking Coney.
Did we hear Joe Buck on a call yesterday? We love Ravi, by the way.
Yeah.
Love our Ravi.
No, I'm surprised that they didn't have him do. I mean, I guess maybe travel from Monday night. It was too much of a turnaround. But
that would have been a young Joe Buck thing.
Yes.
Younger Joe Buck would have done it.
Yeah.
And everybody would have been mad, but he would have
For sure.
He would have
For sure.
absolutely crushed it. Not everybody. People would have been mad.
They should have had him do the Cubs game because his dad obviously was a legend for the Cardinals, and Cubs fans think that he just like hates them naturally. So that would have been a nice little.
But also, back-to-back check.
Yeah, exactly.
That was awesome.
Sweet. Very sweet.
Wrigley was alive yesterday.
Yes, it was.
That's what this baseball season does. This particular season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, we spent a lot of time on baseball. I feel like we did our part.
So much.
Baseball is good to us.
Hell yeah.
Baseball players.
But Derby was so sick.
Baseball players are good.
Yeah.
And the baseball people were good to us. So we're very thankful for that. Remember, there was a little bit of a conversation. Hey, we want to go to home run derby. Sorry, we won't have space. Who's we? The ESPN people say they don't have space. All right. We still want to go, though. So can we talk to the league? Let's talk to the league. What's the league say? Do you guys want to host the fucking
Yeah.
thing?
You want to announce the guy?
We would love to have it. It's like, thank you.
You want the commissioner and the two biggest
Aaron Judge,
players in the
Shohei?
sport? Yeah.
Do you want to introduce the hitters?
Yeah.
Do you want to host the press conference?
Yeah. Fuck, you want to play in the game?
Fuck, that's literally, they were so, MLB people were so good to us. So we are so thankful for that. And also right now, baseball fucking great. So let's remember that. We need to keep it middle of the week.
Yeah.
Need to keep it middle of the week.
And it will be, like there will obviously be games on the weekend, but I do think they do a pretty good job of trying to make sure that these like really high marquee matchups aren't going on NFL Sundays.
It's great for us.
Yeah.
It's great for us as sports people,
Yeah.
Because even there is some middle of the week football that'll come up.
Yeah.
Plus, it's Maction had a run, okay? Maction had a run. And I'm not saying it won't, okay?
I forgot. Today is the kickoff of the UFL free agent frenzy.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Is that real?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, UXFL. It's the UFL, and I will say we had a UXFL conversation yesterday.
Are you sure?
Well, I think UXFL, better name. We workshopped it yesterday, and I'll tell you what, the UX Football League certainly is something that I would love to get behind. We didn't know a lot about their league.
No.
We found out they had bloggers, though, didn't we?
We did. This was
one of the greatest tweets ever constructed.
Yeah. One of the hardest things I've ever laughed at, maybe in the last 10 years.
James, we'd like to let you know, thank you for your contributions to the Thunderdome. We laughed so hard. And as we got to the bottom of it, we said, we didn't even know people cared this much. We appreciated you, James. I just want to let you know that we appreciate you, James. But yeah, this is basically our show in a nutshell. This is a 2-minute segment. This is a 2-minute segment, and we never claimed to know. We actually said it in there multiple times. Oh, what do we know about it? And then we rattled off all the things that we know. The UXFL is going to have a much better future.
Yeah.
That's what Mr. Rapole.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Mr. Rapole.
Of course.
Right? From Bull.
Rapoli.
He and John Gruden said we at the United Football League know we haven't done enough marketing, branding, and the fan experience to truly showcase our talented players, coaches, and high-quality football we bring to the field. I guarantee things will change in the future. I'm working on some ideas. I like that Rapol is thinking about it.
Yep. He's always working on ideas.
Hey, where are you thinking? Right here. Rapol's thinking right here.
Love that.
This is it. Gruden's like, I'll tell you what, man. Guy's got fucking ideas and protein bars. And when you think about the junkless protein bar, that's a good tasting protein. So if they're eating good protein, I got a good feeling they got good ideas for the UXFL coming up. And we'd like to let everybody know we hope it succeeds.
Definitely.
I mean, well, we're pretty accurate with those things we were throwing out, to be fair.
We would like somebody to counter a lot of them, and they will, I'm sure. And I want to let them know I will have a counter as well. I will have a few. AJ's going. This is what you actually. That's Rapol.
Exactly.
Rapol.
So AJ did mention right before he got on, his house lost power like 5 minutes before.
And that's Noble. I just heard him.
Yeah. we're gonna call him back.
All right, our thing crashed right before we went live too. This might be a Rapol.
It could be. Hey, take out the weeds one at a time. One at a time.
Listen, if nobody's talking about us, that's okay. If somebody's talking about us and only saying the bad things, that's not okay. Let's fucking kill their connection. Drop their graphics.
Jeez.
It's not a bad idea. That would be.
That would be this right here.
I got ideas. I hope they do.
Yeah.
We would like more opportunities for guys. I will say it's tough to watch, though. You guys got to figure that out.
I got an idea.
Okay.
Ask Josh Allen if he wants to play in it after the football season.
Boom. Well, the thing that really, I think when we quit on him, and I will say this, as former player, always want player empowerment. Always do. When you want to hold out, okay, quarterbacks, part of the problem of the league is how bad the quarterbacks are. When the quarterbacks say, we're holding out, we're not doing it, and it's like, fuck, we didn't even know you guys had another season coming on. Okay, the first thing we're hearing is that you guys are holding out from what? What are you holding? Oh, you guys have another season coming up. Okay. The reason why your league stinks is because your quarterbacks stink. Okay. So now the quarterbacks are saying, we want paid more. And then we do a quick little research. We're like, is this? So if you want more, normally that would be, you would think that like they want more piece of the pie. Mm-hmm. There must be a big piece of the pie. We deserve our. Turns out that pie doesn't.
No, there's like a couple crumbs on the bottom.
They haven't even started putting the flour together to make. They haven't even bought the fucking dough to make the pie at all. So for me, that was when I was like, okay, I hate these guys. On that note, I can certainly come back around on the UXFL. Mm-hmm. Okay, we get some good ball. We get incredible fan bases, which we've seen a couple of them.
Oh yeah, Battlehawks.
We've seen the Brahma team.
Yeah, the Brahma Bulls.
DC Defenders.
Great. Dude. Their fans are locked in.
Yes.
The Brahma team's in San Antonio, right?
Yeah, San Antonio.
St. Louis, Battlehawks.
Yep. Great environment.
Yeah. Let's do this. Should put the X back in, but yeah, let's
go
do this.
Now we go.
And also, is Dwayne Johnson doing anything? We need to lean on him a little bit more.
I don't think he cares. Just being honest. He's got a great movie coming out this weekend.
Smashing Machine.
I don't.
Hell yeah.
I don't think.
We're talking maybe awards for that.
Yeah, they are.
Dude.
In that
insane.
Movie. And then now, obviously, he's playing a different character. I believe he is losing a bunch of weight.
He lost like 70 pounds.
And he said he's losing more.
Yeah.
He wants to lose even more. But what he was for Mark in that Smashing Machine, he is gigantic. I remember watching and following along with everybody else, him going through the process of making that Smashing Machine, and the amount of I think he dislocated his elbow.
Yeah.
He gave his entire.
Yes, he did.
He committed his entire being to this, and they're saying, great, 15 minutes? Standing ovation.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I don't know how much stock people put into the Rotten Tomatoes and shit like that.
A lot.
It's certified fresh. It's getting great reviews from critics. And you want to talk about Oscars? This type of movie, I wouldn't say is typically the one, but what The Rock is doing, in a couple of those early pictures from the set, he's kind of unrecognizable. The amount of prosthetics and the work the makeup department did to make him look like this guy, the complete body transformation type thing, because he's obviously huge, but like he clearly put on weight and muscle to do this. Like that's the kind of stuff that makes those Oscar voters be like, okay, well, this guy's very committed.
And I know he's taken a lot of shit for a lot of his previous movies.
Correct.
So for him to come back with a certified fresh and also his commitment and 15-minute standing ovation probably meant more than you could ever imagine to a guy that
He was crying.
Conquered everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but deep down, he's The Rock. Okay? Always going to be The Rock. Has to be The Rock. People find inspiration from The Rock and Dwayne Johnson, how strong he is. When everybody on earth is questioning you and saying terrible things about you, and obviously not everybody, but it feels like that in certain times, especially with how popular he's come, political world starts getting after you.
Right.
Like it can get loud, I said, for even the strongest of people. So for him to have that moment and have the amount of effort and say, yeah, I can still be the guy, had to feel pretty good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch. I'm going to support the shit out of him. On that note, is it XFL? Are we putting the X back in?
They've officially changed it, I believe.
Well, Rapol.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a good idea.
Locked and loaded.
XFL. 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 Banning. XFL. Banning. XFL. Banning. XFL. James, your tweet, unbelievable. Let's take a break. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice like we are to the XFL. Could be your best year yet this year.
Oh, right.
We're not really friends with anybody over there, but
you get it.
But good luck.
I always say to your friends, and then people are always like, "Oh, why'd you talk shit about?" I'm not friends with that person, clearly. But you should definitely lift up your team, your community, and also opportunities, which UXFL certainly is for a lot of people.
Yes.
We hope it does a great job. We hope it finds its rhythm, and I hope those ideas in there are good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, holy shit, that protein bar right there.
They are.
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice might change their life. Take 5.
I want to be on the record saying this is impossible to pick these.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Randy Moss was faster than every DB.
I'm going to go with Rob. You influenced me, Tom.
Your four were changed by the order in Tom's presentation?
Yes, of course. I started this idea. I can change.
I don't know how I can sit here and argue against Randy Moss. I drove 7 hours in the middle of the night to host him on a visit to Tennessee. I'm not okay with Gronk over Marv. I'm not signing the release and letting Tom come away with 2 Patriots. I don't have 1 Colts.
This is about Rushmore of Receivers, which includes, for our purposes here, also tight ends.
It's the worst list I've ever seen.
Okay, that's the worst list?
My hobbies are spending time with friends and family and video games. I was looking at some list of things that turn women off the most, and one is if your hobby is video games.
Finals against the Lakers, up by 15.
16.
I think it was 15. I called the game.
I was at that game.
You were at the game, but I called the game.
Yeah, I'm sitting there next to Phil.
You have Iowa State wrestling on your Mount Rushmore. What are you talking about?
Okay, so what was your second one?
No, you're absolutely wrong.
3 guys.
I was a kid when you were still pissing off curbs. I bought that fucking record, and that was a band. Noel Redding.
It's electrifying here in Happy Valley. We're lucky to be here. And, the way you win this is you have be the first 300 people here and you get a ticket. And then we randomly select a ticket, and that person gets an opportunity to kick a 33-yard field goal for an undetermined amount of money. This week, we had our man, William, right? What's your name?
William, yes, sir.
You won the raffle, and you said, I don't want to kick because I suck at kicking. Is that accurate?
More or less.
What is your major here?
I'm a finance major.
Okay, so money decision was, I suck at this. Let me try to find somebody who's good at this. How did you land on my man here, and what are your hopes in him?
Well, I was looking around. I saw my man. He said he plays soccer, and I was like, this is my guy right here. My guy Carson. I have faith in him, so I know he's going to get it done.
All right, you're Carson, right? You played high school soccer. Is that accurate?
I did play high school soccer.
Where are you from?
I'm from Hanover, Pennsylvania.
Okay, you're a Pennsylvania guy. Have you ever kicked a ball before?
Other than not football, soccer.
Okay. Well, hopefully you're terrible at this. It's $100,000. Are you guys splitting that 50-50?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll make it $300,000. $150,000 for both of you. Okay. You only get 1 kick, though. You've gamed the ticket game, which I appreciate and respect. It's up to $300,000. $150,000 for both of you. Only 1 kick, though, Herbie. We're not doing anything. I don't care how many Staters chant for another kick. Only 1, Herbie. Played high school soccer. He's a good player.
We got a problem here.
That's right. It's a whiteout. It could be a special day. You could help out your guy, William, in winning $150,000. 1 kick, $300,000, 2.
them. You're a good man.
This minute.
You're a good man.
Carson, congratulations.
You crushed that.
William, way to go.
No,
it has been an expensive year out here at the field goal kick. Carson, I'm proud of you, buddy. 300,000, 150 to you, 150 to you. Good finance decisions were made. And the first top 6 whiteout has a magical vibe and an expensive one. We are. Thank you. Goodbye.
I think that might, maybe.
You know what? I think there's only one thing left to do here. I've experienced cafecito time. I've experienced the wonderful culture. I've experienced the beautiful people, and I think we got some canes over here. We got some canes over here. We got some canes over here. This day in Coral Gables is going to be one that I will remember for the rest of my life. Ray Lewis started his dance right here at Miami. Ed Reed started his legendary run here at Miami. The legends of football run deep. The moments are special. The national championships are in abundance. Just last year, a lovely University of Miami woman diver from Italy won a national championship. This thing's been staring at me all damn day.
You're out of your mind, brother. You're crazy.
Kirk, I'm a little winded.
That's what I was going to say. You talked the whole time you were running. I'm giving you a chance to catch your breath, you son of a bitch. You're crazy.
I hope somebody got a lifesaver over there.
Is there a lot of
something? My man's out of breath.
It is a long way to the top.
Are you going to jump in your suit? Are you going to jump in that full suit?
Yeah, so
I'm tired for you.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to take the jacket off. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, he's taking the shirt off now.
Okay. All right.
Looking ripped.
Yeah,
looking ripped.
fit.
Oh, he's taking the drawers off.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The pants.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Not the drawers.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you come to this beautiful campus, you will notice quickly that the students here love this university. They love this atmosphere. And I'm with everybody. I think the U is back. Give me.
He's got the Speedo. Oh, my God.
Give me the.
Canes, baby.
Here it goes.
Oh, God.
Here it goes. Feet together.
I think that was the lead also for the pencil.
And he's got the U. Rushing it out.
Oh, my God.
McAfee with the refreshing plunge. Miami and Florida tonight. Let's have a look at that again. Check out the form, Herbie.
Oh, man. Let's see the toes.
We need just to
adjust. Pretty good.
Legs together, right? Perfect.
Perfection.
Hey.
Why?
Let's go. This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, UP. Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this glorious Wednesday, October 1st, 2025. Hour 3 of the program begins now. Football is It's magical. AJ Hawk will not be able to join us. He has lost all power at his house. It is a second time in a matter of hours that he's lost power over there. We hope he's okay. We hope the surrounding areas are okay as well, as we'll miss you for the rest of this, AJ, especially with that fresh new haircut.
Yeah, great for sure.
Got that low fade. The Talk Staples here at Boston Connor. Congrats to your Red Sox.
Thank you.
And at Ty Schmidt, sorry about your Yankees.
No, it's not serious. It isn't over yet.
It feels like it, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
It kind of has felt like it for the last hour or two. Hasn't it kind of felt that way?
A little bit.
That's 12-year NFL vet, Super Bowl champion A.Q. Shipley, 9-year NFL vet, Darius J. Butler. It's felt like it for 2 hours. Feels like the Yankees are kind of just out of the playoffs.
It's kind of go back and forth. This is an all-time, rivalry. It's early. It's a wild card game. It's not like a, later in the postseason. But no, it's one-game series at this point.
Exactly.
I didn't realize that all 3 games were in New York. Did you know that?
Yeah, the home team.
It's Mickey Mouse, but yeah.
What do you mean it's Mickey Mouse?
Mickey Mouse, but now you're thanking your lucky stars. It is.
Not necessarily. I don't like that. That's just not the playoffs. What are we doing? One of these games tonight should be in Boston.
Agree.
They take one from you. You should have to go win in Boston.
So what do they think though? Just the 3-game series. Padres flying to the Cubs. Cubs having to fly to San Diego, then having to fly back to Chicago. Just can't do it in the middle of this 3 back-to-back day.
Probably, and because
not just them, but in
and the teams who get a bye start on Saturday, so you can't really, because then you are it goes back to the college football thing where they maybe are at a little more of a disadvantage because then they're getting 10 days off before they play, so you want to move it as quickly as possible to get to the divisional round. I don't know. It's just weird. It's the playoffs. That it should be split between. It's a multiple game series. Games should be played at each stadium.
Well, the Yankees fans are obviously going to try to make it as hell as possible for the Boston Red Sox. As they travel in there tonight at 6:08 and try to sweep the Yankees and eliminate them from the entire postseason, which will certainly draw a very, very relaxed reaction from all Yankees fans, and certainly with how this year has gone and how previous years have gone for the New York Yankees. Let's pivot to the NFL. Ladies and gentlemen, every week we get a chance to find out who are the best teams.
Yep.
Not just by watching every single week. It's hard to project who's the best team, but not just by learning each week whenever we're talking about all the storylines, but having a focus on a particular group on an offense that is basically an indicator on whether or not the team's going to be shit or not. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go into the trenches with A.Q. Shipley's top 5 performing offensive lines from week 4.
Yeah, A.Q.
This is very important to teams.
Yep.
If you're on here, it means your team's probably going to be good this year. Congratulations. Who's number 5 performing offensive line from week 4?
Number 5 is the Denver Broncos.
Whoa, okay. 2-2 this year.
Yeah, let me start with saying this might be their debut in the history of In the Trenches. They have not been on it at all, and the reason being, J.K. Dobbins, 100 yards rushing this week. First time Denver Broncos rusher in over 30 games.
Wow, that's a long time.
So let's take a look at it. Let's watch Big Garrett Bowles as he pulls around to the left right here. Let's take a look at him. Let's look at Cortland Sutton on the edge right here. Peel back, boom, put him down. Look at Cortland Sutton. If we can rewind this, Cortland Sutton, wide receiver, on a linebacker. Runs his ass off the screen, and you'll see him finish on the sideline. Pancake on top of him.
Wow, Sutton had a pancake, then we had a blindside peel back.
Peel back, shoulder back on him, boom, put his ass down.
Wow, physical group. Boys, is the guy with the dread still on this team?
Oh, yeah. Quinn Minders, yeah.
Yeah.
That's him at right guard.
Love him.
Dog.
Love everything about him. They wanted to invest in the offensive line last time. Before Sean Payton took the job, he understood that the offensive line was not great in Denver. And you can't be great if you don't have a great offensive line. You're saying they found it feels like.
Their 2 tackles have played phenomenal this year. Lowest pressure rate amongst tackles. Garrett Bowles and Mike McGlinchey, who they paid a ton of money in to bring him over from San Francisco. They're very good up front.
Congratulations to the Broncos. This is good news for your team.
Yep.
You're 2-2. Obviously, you're not perfect. You're a flawed team, as every team is, except for the Eagles and the Bills at this point. But the Eagles got an issue going on in there. Yeah. And then the Bills, this might be their year. But if your offensive line is being featured as one of the best offensive lines in all of football, what our research has shown us is that your team's going to be good. Now, on that note, one of the teams that was on this a lot and then ended up being bad is, I believe, this number 4 team.
Oh.
The Atlanta Falcons. Remember 2 years ago?
Yeah, they were on here all the time.
They were on here early. Like, these guys are so good. These guys are geniuses. Look at this scheme. Coach got his ass fucking fired. They're doing a fool. They were not good. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
So the only outlier from this entire segment for the last few years of your team being good and the offensive line being featured on here. The only non-existent situation, the Atlanta Falcons from a couple years ago. We're not going to hold that against them here from 2025.
No.
Yeah, we're also not going to play analytics and say that their quarterback wasn't Desmond Ritter either. Let's start there.
That wasn't analytics. That was
I mean, let's just start there. But the fact is, they are and have been very good up front, and they still are. Bijan is playing out of his mind. Their offensive line is playing out of their mind. They're missing their right tackle, Caleb McGarry, due to injury. Let's watch this scheme. We're going to send Charlie Werner back across the formation. Watch this over-the-top ball-handling bend back. Werner, and look at Elijah Wilkinson seal the edge. Look at this freaking play. This is unbelievable.
They let that guy free on purpose, you're saying? The guy that was almost tackling?
Yeah, because Charlie Werner's coming, bluffing around him. Get around. Don't block him, because all we need you to do is get the edge. We are leaving somebody unblocked to get to the edge.
That's smart. That's having a lot of confidence that who's the running back there? Algier is going to be able to break the tackle in the backfield there and let the guy get through. And I feel like he played that very well, that defensive end.
Yeah, that's Von Miller, I believe. A little longer in the tooth, but a good player. I mean, look, this is why backers get paid the big bucks to make guys miss one-on-one in open space. But, yeah, I'm sure Von wants that play back.
Well, congratulations to the Atlanta Falcons. Your offensive line is still around.
Yeah.
Now, to the Atlanta Falcons fans that we've said that to before when you were featured on here, and your team inevitably was absolutely shite, we'd like to say this time it's different.
They're trending up.
Penix is a guy.
Penix is a guy from week to week. We got to really base that on who he's playing and how he shows up, because against Carolina, didn't show up. Worst game. But the 2 games they've won, he's looked fantastic. He threw some deep balls in this game. Yeah. He was awesome.
Okay, let's go to the next. Who's the number 3 offensive line out of week 4?
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Whoa.
Wow.
3-1, boys.
I don't know if I like that.
Keep your name out his fucking mouth, thank you.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You better watch out when you're speaking that certain way to Liam Cohen. But let's take a look at this group. They're really good. They're not just.
What's this guy's deal? You better. Yeah, you're right. You better. Can we put that tail of tape up? I don't like that we were a part of the problem.
Did we fix it first before we put the tail of tape
question, up? We better have.
Well, that's my.
No, we did it. He's 6'2".
What the hell?
He is 6'2". I'm sick of it. And remember, Liam's scrappy. Always has been, always will. Not that Coach Saleh isn't. But Liam's not going to go down without a dogfight for sure. That's Liam Cohen football. And I like that there was a little bit of a dust-up out there between Liam Cohen and Robert Saleh. But I think Liam Cohen does have the mentality of a dog, and I think his players have the same exact mentality. They got a team brewing down there in Duval. And I personally, as Indianapolis Colts fan, don't love it. He is 6'2". That's him from college. Well, you say, come on, that's actually him.
That's him. Yeah. 6'2". Quarterback. Number 12.
He went to LaSalle Academy. You know that place?
So
LaSalle, of course. And then guess where he went to college?
Where did he go to college?
UMass Amherst, baby. Go Minutemen.
Yeah, and he's from Rhode Island there, a small little town. Think about how many people have said, you're never going to make it out of here.
Yeah.
You're never going to make it out of here. And Liam said, wait till I'm 6'2". What's that?
Victor Cruz quarterback.
Yeah, Victor Cruz was there?
That was his quarterback.
Oh, my God, they were salsa. They were doing the entire thing. I mean,
all makes sense.
We remember this all.
Yeah.
What we'd like to let Liam know is we appreciate the way you handled that situation. And I don't think any of us knew Saleh was 6'4". If you knew that in that moment, it takes a lot of gut sack, dude, just to be like, actually, yeah, I am going to fight that guy.
Yeah, because Saleh was ready for war instantly.
Kyle Shanahan says he's a nice guy, but every once in a while, I guess you got to go. Yeah, I don't think Saleh's a guy I'm picking, you know?
No.
Liam Cohen said, though, it's fucking my name, dude. I'm out of Rhode Island.
Exactly.
You think this guy's just going to run his mouth? His team has seemingly taken his identity, though. Dogs everywhere across Jacksonville. You like their offensive line. I don't love that as an Indianapolis Colts fan and season ticket holder.
I love their offensive line. We'll start with my guy Hainsey from the Shipyard, who I train all offseason.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Go to the second team. Let the clip run. Let the clip run as he gets to the future Hall of Fame linebacker, Fred Warner. Chase his ass down. Put him on the ground. Cut back behind. That's big time. Out leveraged, out in space, getting to him. That's big time.
Winning record down there in Jacksonville. Is it because the offensive line? Is that what you're saying here? The ETN's been dancing. I haven't seen him run a lot.
Yeah, I think it's everybody. ETN's towards the top of the league in rushing performances every single week, and it starts with their offensive line, but it starts with Liam Cohen understanding the run game is just as important as the balls down the field.
What are you shitting, bub? Oh, the
36,
last one?
Yeah, God.
Oh, my.
Damn.
That looked like a double punch to the jaw.
Jeez.
They're playing very physical brand foot. Look at 55.
Oh my God!
And then his knee.
Got a little knee. Yeah.
He hurt his knee. I don't know how these big guys run down the field, have so many awkward shots, and not hurt themselves. How quickly guys are able to get up. We said that about Caden Proctor. Caden Proctor, with how large he is. What was it? 370?
Like 6'7", 365.
He's huge.
Something like that. Did you see how smoothly he got up?
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
Just like smooth. Like it wasn't like it was no pain. It was no struggle with how big he is. Just smoothly got up, smoothly caught it. It's like these guys are incredible athletes. Incredible.
I'm glad I got out at the time that I did because they just keep getting bigger, stronger, faster, and more
Whip your Hall of Famer, though.
That's right.
Yeah. Western Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic League Basketball Hall of Famer, A.Q. Shipley.
Yeah.
He should have maybe been out there at tackle. They always had him at center and guard, and then on the wedge of kickoff. Might have should have been out there dancing with those quick feet out there at left tackle.
I also want no part of that. I want no part of being out there.
Because those little baby arms?
No, because Daniil Hunter's sitting across from me. I don't want that. And I'm telling you, the worst anxiety I ever had my entire life was whenever I was playing at guard and they just put Julius Peppers, James Harrison, Chandler Jones over me every single week.
So it's there's a little bit of an experience of a tackle.
I felt it. Yeah. I felt it. I held my own, and I fought.
Yeah, you did.
I fought.
You fought. I certainly did.
12 years of fighting.
Yeah, you did. Super Bowl champion. Super Bowl champion. Who's the number 2 offensive line performing off week 4?
Yeah, let's go back to the Buffalo Bills.
Love that.
Playing at a high level, and let's start with David Edwards on this play. Let's look at the left guard here. Let's watch him lift another human off the ground and throw him. He almost hurts Dion Dawkins. Look at this. Just throws him.
Jeez.
Just throws him. And let's look at the backside right tackle filling in for Spencer Brown, Ryan DeMarc. Let's watch him. Great pad level. Get underneath him. Drive your feet. Bury him. Finish over the top of him.
So the Bills are, it feels like everybody we're watching kind of a nasty. Is the nastiness coming back to offensive linemen?
It better be, because I've had enough of the finesse shit. I've had enough.
There's been a lot of that, though, hasn't there?
There has been a lot of finesse, but I think now you're starting to see the jumbo packages, the big formations, and guys running off the ball trying to finish guys again. It's cool.
And you're spotlighting it, too, on X. Guys know that if you get a couple good blindsides in, AQ will put it over, and J.J. Watt will be pissed off about it.
Oh, yeah.
Number 1. You did win on that. Number 1, performing offensive line.
The Detroit Lions.
Wow, they're back.
All the way back.
They're back. The Detroit Lions are all the way back.
They look so good. And when you watch Penn Sewell, not on this play, but all game long, just beating the hell out of people. But let's watch this scheme right here. Really good. Right side's going to kick out. Left side, we're going to call this a slice technique. Left guard's going to block out on the 3-tech. We're going to slice Taylor Decker behind. Get up on a line. Look at that fucking hole. Can you guys run through that hole?
They're back, yes. That's a big
gaping hole.
We saw a lot of that from Detroit over years past, but we know with the retirement of
Frank Ragnow
and the cutting of
Zeitler
and also of
Skip
and the loss of Ben Johnson, who we now know is like a drill instructor. We didn't know if the offensive line was ever going to be what it was in the past. Feels like you're saying, don't worry about it. They are back to who they have always been.
Yeah, we highlighted last week how good Cleveland's defense is. This week, this unit held them to 0 sacks and ran for over 100 yards. Gibbs had an electric day. Montgomery got shut out a little bit. They knew he was getting the ball when he was in, but up front, they beat the shit out of this unit.
D-But, think about MCDC talking about the Cleveland Browns defense. They're calling it historic, man. They're saying he can't out-tough this team, man. They're saying, think about all that he could have drawn from for this particular performance. You said the Browns had 0 sacks?
0 sacks.
Yeah, I mean, coming in,
abnormal,
beating up, because it's 2 back-to-back AFC North teams who's known to be tough. Ravens and then now the Cleveland Browns. And on Gibbs' touchdown run, like the way they just moved, I think Mason Graham was in, like the whole right side of the offensive line was just bully ball. You love that. That should always be the basis of this Detroit Lions offense, and they're back to who they were.
I love that the Lions are tough again. That's MCDC. Congrats to the top 5 in the trenches.
Hell yeah.
Congrats. Top 5 performing offensive lines out of week 4. Number 1, Detroit Lions. We saw maybe a friend choice there. Is that what you guys heard in the middle of that?
Yeah, a bit.
Hey, this guy sleeps in my house in the offseason.
See, this first step he has is called the AQ shuffle. If you see, we coach him up on that.
You put your arms in real close because you don't have long arms, don't need them. It's actually kind of a benefit whenever you're trying to get through some space, and then you get out there and then he dumps the guy.
Hey, you guys know who has the 4th lowest pressure rate among all offensive linemen in the NFL right now? Robert Hainsey.
Bang! Whoa!
Let's go.
Who's giving those grades?
Shipyard LLC?
It's not me. It's not me.
It's the only grades I want to look at.
Is it PFF grades?
I think it's ESPN's pressure rates.
Well, which one matters more? Because I heard a legend, a Hall of Famer, speaking about grades. Here's Coach Steve Spagnuolo.
What grades are you using? That's what everybody uses. The only thing, Chris Collinsworth, I think he's a good dude.
Good dude.
He's involved in that company. I don't know how you put a grade on somebody when you don't know actually what their assignment was or what they were being told. So, I don't know. It's like, from our standpoint, I thought Chris in this particular game had a real big effect on the game. They obviously found ways to double him, whether it was two linemen, the running back at times was chipping inside, which you don't see a lot, because that was the Chris Jones effect. A number of times that he didn't get there, but I think he forced a quick throw or step up. Yeah. So, from my standpoint, I don't remember what Chris's actual grade was, but I know that at the end of the game, I thought the guys up front, Chris included, had a big effect on the way things went.
You mentioned PFF and they don't know the plays. If I'm not mistaken, it was Mike Zimmer a couple years ago when he coached the Vikings, made that same point. How much stock do coaches, when they're looking at PFF, put the stock in that?
Well, I will say this. There's a lot of stuff that PFF puts out that's valuable and useful. My only thing, I think a lot of coaches feel the same way. Chris and I have talked about it. We've laughed about it. And I think their guys do a really good job. And they say, listen, they can be, but I just think there's a margin of error when you don't know exactly what the player was told. It may look like he's made a mistake or a mental error and gets, but it might have been exactly what they told him. So I think that there's a, I don't know, I took a stat class a long time ago, and there's a name for that, whatever. There's a margin of error. That's the only thing I can think of right now. But listen, we get paid to grade our guys and coach our guys and evaluate them. So we're not using that for that. And we're going to, as far as other players and whether we use the grades on other players, that has to come from our eye and watching the tape.
We can't be just believing what PFF's saying for guys to come on our actual team. If you guys are drafting a fantasy football team, for sure. And he also said in there, complimentary, there's things in there that are good. There's valuable things that are coming from PFF. But, man, I'm the defensive coordinator, and I've seen the grade that somebody's given, and I've told the guy specifically not to do that, and he takes a hit on his PFF grade. And now publicly, people think this guy is an absolute doofus because PFF has become like a Madden rating, and PFF has become like, this is what these people actually are. I have been pissed off about a Madden rating in the past. They had me at like a 70-something. My arm rating was like very low. My strength, my tackling. I'm like, you motherfuckers don't know ball. I got people playing this game that I'm friends with. They're calling me a bitch. I would take them out. I would throw a ball better than my tackler. I got tackles. I got throw. Like, you don't know what this actually is. And then obviously as you get older, your rating goes up and everything. But there's people that judge players entirely 1,000. Off of the rating they see on Sunday Night Football whenever they're introduced. This person is ranked 68th out of 72 options right here with PFF. Or the Madden rating is out. Man, this guy fucking stinks. Every time he's on my team, there's something bad happening. Or if somebody's really good on Madden, this guy all-pro.
Yes.
This guy on Madden is an all-pro. It's like there's certainly the human element that kind of gets missed in it all. But there has to be some sort of grading that we know who that baseline somewhere. So it's like PFF serves, I think, a vital part of the entire thing, of the fan base. And same with Madden ratings. But we can't be at the point where we just blindly follow them, which is what Spags, I think, was saying teams can't do it.
It plays a great role. I love what PFF does, and it's a tool that you can use, with, especially if you're in the building or whatever, when you're watching film and you're seeing what you see with your eyes. And if a guy's ranked, 68 out of 72, he's probably not like a top 10 guy.
Right.
But, it's not to say that he's one of the worst guys in the league. So it's definitely a tool to use, especially when you're preparing for a team, on a week-to-week basis. If I'm a DB and if PFF is telling me, hey, one of the things I love about it is like the quarterback heat map, like where quarterbacks like to go with the ball. We see it a lot with the next-gen stats after the game. They're kind of hit chart. So definitely tools to use. But I love what Spag said. Like, you can't know. We say it up here. We're doing in the trenches or everything DB. We're only going off our personal experience, but we don't know what adjustments are being made between series. Hey, we're going to play cover 4 this way if A.J. Brown is in the slot as opposed to if it's Devontae Smith. So it's just so many different things. These guys are in the building for hours on hours coming up with game plans, coaches, and players. So it's tough. But I do like what PFF does. But, yeah, Sunday Night Football getting intro. And then
that's the problem.
I've been on free agent visits, and, PFF, that agents to tell you, hey, well, your grade is this, or they got you here. And a lot of those people who don't know ball like that but can be in a decision-making position, whether it's ownership level or front office, that's the easiest thing to look at. PFF, they watch every play. Collinsworth, he's calling, he knows he's talking about. So, yeah, it's some give and take there.
Well, and then also people that are in decision-making roles, kids play Madden.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I love this guy, Madden. He's so good. He's so cool.
Mad dummy.
This dude's going mad dummy on Madden. And for us, potentially in the stadium, if you give him an opportunity.
Yeah.
It's crazy how the world works. But
sure.
The football people, I think they appreciate what the PFF thing does because it provides a lot of information that maybe in the past you had to take hours and hours and hours and hours to find. But you can't just blindly follow. J.J. Watt's tweet was, players and coaches all say the same thing. Yet we still plaster these grades and rankings on national broadcasts and all over social media. PFF has some very useful tools for statistical breakdowns, film study assistance, etc. The player grading system is the major issue. And I think the reason why players all feel this way is because we feel like we've all been misrepresented by these grades, and people that we have run into in our real lives have thought that that was the right thing strictly because of it. So you're going to get a different opinion from players than you're going to get with everything else.
On the flip side, just like with everything else, when somebody shows me, hey, I had a 92 rating on PFF this week.
Love it.
Hell yeah.
Retweet. Hell yeah. Appreciate your PFF. So, yeah, you take the go with the bat.
I was the PFF all-decade punter.
You were.
Congratulations.
Still have that sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Honored to do it. Well, honored to do it. I was Madden's highest-rated punter and also highest-rated player on the Colts, I believe, for like my final 2 seasons, 94 and 93. I'll tell you what, life was a lot better whenever those ratings were happening. My friends that are playing football or drafting a team or playing Madden or whatever it is, all of a sudden it's like, man, I'm fucking happier on the team instead of that lump that you were. You can run some fakes now. You can run a little bit. It's like, yeah, this is good. Thank you, Madden, for doing that. But that's crazy, the amount of power.
Oh, yeah.
That has. Why don't you guys come up with a rating system?
Yeah, come on,
Why don't
boys.
you guys do that? Why don't you watch
Sure.
every play?
I mean, I will say, to echo what JJ said, it is phenomenal. The stuff you can pull, like you can literally filter things for film study, and you can go on there and say, give me all 2x2 trick plays out of the AFC North, and it'll pull every play within seconds. Within seconds. Like,
Good AI.
Yeah. Give me every
Data.
blitz play, and it'll literally, anytime there's 5 guys or more rushing, boom, it pulls it right there for the whole season. Like, you can get a bunch of stuff.
There's just some context missing potentially whenever you're putting numbers on people, whenever you're assigning numbers to what people's worth are to society.
Like you said, Sunday Night Football, I think, is the biggest issue because we see how big those are, and like a lot of just like casual football fans are watching those, and you're never going to double check. It's like you see the player introductions, and you see a guy 68th out of 72nd. It's like, my starting left tackle fucking sucks. What's this about? And then it just like, and there's not
Let
one,
him make one mistake.
Yeah, and there's not one person saying that. There's, a million people saying that, or 100,000 people saying that.
Yeah.
And like you said, if you're going into you're a free agent, you're going somewhere, it's like, well, according to PFF, you're one of the worst players in the league in your position. So what are we doing?
Listen to this. Offensive lineman, not a lot of people know, right? I mentioned your name to my wife, and my wife said, he was the guy on Sunday Night Football that was 72 out of 72.
Yeah.
That's
that guy sucks.
And I asked my kid, listen, my kid plays Madden, does the whole thing. He mentioned your rating on there, but he said you get 58 on Madden or something. I'm trying, man. I like you, but everybody around me says, this guy sucks, dude. It's a wild time to be alive. We have so many analytics. We have so much data. We have so many stats. It feels like we're getting better with them because there was a point there where every coach was getting all these data and analytics before there was a data and analytics team basically in every single building. They're like, we got all these stats. What the fuck are we doing? What does that mean? No. Now there's been an entire system created for these stats. The go, no-go thing is now on the screen for everybody. Scoring, I mean, we're at a wild time. We all know a lot. We all know a lot, maybe too much. And is there context needed for a lot of these things?
Always.
Always. That is life. How about some context on a weekend that it's about to be for ball? Thursday night, huge NFC West game. Rams, Niners.
Hell yeah.
Who's playing quarterback for the Niners? It's a short week. We shall see. We assume it'll be Brock Purdy out there yet again. And then Matthew Stafford, fresh out of an incredible conversation with us, which we appreciate him stopping by yesterday. And also whoever drew the photo in the background of me with my long hair, I appreciate you doing that. That's a huge game. Maybe the game's best wide receiver playing over there in whose house? Rams. Let's go over to Hammer Dahn. AP Tone, what a start to the next weekend of ball. We got Rams and Niners on Thursday. Let's go. What should we be looking forward to this weekend?
Yeah, it is a great start to the weekend. Niners at Rams, a NFC West division matchup. And we talked about it this week. It might be one of the best divisions in football. So an absolute huge matchup to start this week. Star power everywhere, okay? And then I've heard a lot of stuff, Pat. I've heard a lot of people saying that this is a shite slate of football this weekend. Coming off of what we had last weekend with the 4 top 25 matchups in college football, 5 other top 25 teams on the road in tough environments. Last weekend was an unbelievable weekend of football. You had the 9:30 a.m. game, and then just led through an incredible day of football that ended in a 40-40 tie. Last week was unbelievable. So people, coming off that weekend, they were saying, like, maybe this weekend isn't as good of a slate. When you look at the NFL slate, there's a row of games. Say you don't like backup quarterbacks going up against each other, so you're not going to love Vikings and Browns, and then Houston has been shite and Baltimore's missing their quarterback, and the Raiders aren't great and they're huge dogs to the Colts. Giants and Saints is a huge game, and
I like that.
Dolphins and Panthers is a great matchup, and Titans and Cards is a really good matchup. So people are saying it's a shite slate, and then when you look at the college games, there's only 2 top 25 games going against each other. One of them was a 10-point spread, and then the other one is 4.5 Canes at Florida State, who just lost against Virginia. So there's a lot of complaining, but I want to be positive, Pat, because I'm positive, and we went through so many months of absolute shit.
There you go.
That's right.
Thank you,
It's
Connor.
good that we're going back to the offseason.
Okay?
You're right.
We cannot be complaining about these weeks yet. Okay, this basically same thing happened last year in college football this week, because there was all these great games, and then everyone was like, oh, this is going to be a shit week. Let me tell you what happened last year in college football this week. 3 unranked teams beat top 10 teams.
Whoa!
Okay?
10 loss!
4 ranked teams in total lost to unranked teams. So it's these weeks like this where you have no idea, where you think it's going to be a shit week where just absolute chaos happens. Last year, obviously, Vandy beat Bama, Arkansas beat Tennessee, USC lost to Minnesota. That Miami Cal game was this week last year. There was a lot of good football, and then there is some good NFL games this weekend. Denver going to Philly. That's
fun.
That's a great game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, people thought, people were very high in the Broncos. They just got a huge win. Philly's 4-0. That's a very fun one. Bucks at Seahawks. That's a great measuring tape game. Bucks, they've played 4 games, 3-1. 3 of those, they had to come back on the last play of the games. Well, we all know Seahawks are a great football team. And then right after that, Commanders at Chargers. Yes. Chargers just lost to the Giants. Commanders just went down. The Falcons had lost. But the Commanders are getting their quarterback back. And that was just a hiccup last week for the Chargers. They lost to Jackson Dart and Moxie. So, you know what? There is a lot of good football this week. Even though people are saying it's not great. Sunday night could be a banger. Patriots are looking hot. Monday night could be a banger. Okay? So it's way too early in the season for people to be calling weeks shit weeks.
Jacksonville's getting Monday Night Football game?
Yeah.
Wow. Congrats to them.
3-1 Jags, baby.
Congrats to them.
This really might go on.
That is because they thought about it in January.
Oh, it was January?
No, it was January. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's happening here
in September.
And now
it's going to last.
No. It's October 1st now.
Oh, wow. It's going to go on again in October. and then it's going to last forever.
One more time from the top, just so we can know. We had a month change.
Yeah, we did. We did. It's big.
Let's get one clean one.
Let me fucking run this back real quick. Listen, this is what we envisioned in January. It happened in September. It's going to happen in October. It's going to last forever.
There we go.
Jags.
Jags.
Hey, the Jags are a team that I think everybody would rally behind if they were good. You know, just like good for you guys. Like, I think everybody in sports would drop a good for you guys. Mm-hmm. That owner, obviously great promo.
Yeah.
Great mustache.
Yes.
He has tried his fucking best with that team. I don't know how he is the owner of other teams that he owns. With the Jags, though, he has. Oh, you want a city? I'll build you fucking.
All in.
I'll bet whatever you need. I will try my best for us to win. 2 pools, who cares? This, we'll do that. We'll fucking new stadium. Okay, you want me to build a new hotel for you? Got it. Whatever the fuck he was. How do we do this? If they have found it with Stoner and Liam Cohen, that'd be crazy. They win a Monday Night Football game against Kansas City Chiefs. That'd be a huge deal for them down there, man. That'd be a big deal.
They got the pieces. Both offense, defense, and special team. They got the pieces.
And then Patriots-Bills, same thing on Sunday Night Football. That's a huge potential win for the Patriots.
Yeah, potential win.
Now, I'm saying you're taking on a very good Bills team, but if the Patriots were to win that game, all of a sudden wait a minute, is our window now with Drake May as opposed to in the future, because Josh Allen's window is clearly wide open right now up there in Buffalo.
That's the thing. Like, even this year, it's just more so, hey, let's be near Buffalo's level. Like, we don't have to go into Buffalo and win on Sunday night, but if we go up on primetime and we lose 30-15 or 30-13 and it doesn't look good, then the whole entire, kind of framing of the season changes, just because Buffalo will be that much better. But hopefully, you never know. Rivalry jerseys for the Bills, I believe.
Wow.
Don't love that.
That's bad news for the Patriots, especially if the Bills ones are sweet. Do we remember if they look sweet or not?
They're so sick.
Yeah, the rivalries ones feel like a good run.
Did a good job with them,
Yeah, they had a couple different ones that were shit.
Cardinals sucked.
No, I'm not talking about.
Oh, my bad. I like the Cardinals one.
Yeah, Sandstorm.
They set the sand. I loved it.
I'm not talking about this era.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
Because there was the color rush run.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Some of those jerseys were really bad, but some of them were awesome. There was a couple eras where they were trying to make new shirts and they all sucked.
Yes.
The logos, the graphics, the font that they were using.
Yeah, the alternate logo. Yeah.
All the shit sucked. Yeah, and it was like these rivalry runs I thought was a big deal. Like these things were nice. You wear them a lot.
All the time. And I wear it like the other merch that they have, like shirts, like the sweatshirt I think I might have worn on here once. But yeah, everything they have on there is top notch, and that is the cool thing about it too. Is it's not just like a color rush. Like they all have actual meaning to the cities. Like obviously the snow. New England's was a storm surge, like a nor'easter. Nor'easter. There it is. Arizona's sand, which is cool because it's in Arizona, and it makes sense.
It's a desert.
I mean, the Dolphins jerseys damn near had me thinking they might go win the division with how cool those were Monday night.
I'll tell you what, Gumpy put that jersey on and became a new man.
Yeah, dark water.
He legitimately did, and so did the Dolphins. Maybe maybe they wear that thing throughout. Tyreek Hill, Drew Rosenhaus spoke with
Josh Moser.
The Mose Show.
Yeah,
Moz knows,
or maybe
Is it Mose Knows?
I should know. He hosted something for me.
Moz
at the Mose Knows. At the Moz Knows.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Whatever it is, good name.
Yeah.
At TheMozKNOWZ. So
Moz knows? Moz Nas?
It'd be cool if it was Mo's Nose.
Yeah.
That would be cool if it was at the Mo's Nose. What do you think, AQ, just as a guy that's well cultured?
Yeah, Mo's knows for sure.
Okay, so
Gotta be.
What about his name is what though, D? But you're friends with
Josh Mosner.
Oh, you said Mosner earlier.
I
though.
did.
Now we don't know.
Not sure. He's got great moxie. I'll tell you that much.
Moser. That's Moser.
Yeah.
Right? Not Moser.
Yeah.
So it is the Mo's Nose.
Okay.
This is from the Mo's Nose. He spoke to Drew Rosenhaus about Tyreek Hill's injury and surgery and projected recovery. Shout out to the Mo's.
Thanks for joining us. Just such an
The Mo's is on the
night.
left.
How are you holding up?
Well, I've been an agent for 37 years, and this is the first time I've rode in an ambulance with one of my clients from a game. Very traumatic experience. I thought I've seen it all, but definitely a very painful moment to be with Tyreek as he's ambulanced to the hospital. People forget football is, it's more than a game. It's a career for people. It's their livelihood and it's their life. It's their health. And to see Tyreek in an ambulance racing to a hospital was really very painful.
How are his spirits?
Amazing. I can't tell you how impressed I am with his mental toughness, with his uplifting attitude. He's keeping a smile on his face. telling myself and his parents who were with me, that he's blessed to, be in the position that he's in. He was watching the game. He was cheering for his teammates. He was rooting the team on. He's handling a very tough situation the very best that you can.
We understand that it's a dislocated knee. What other information do you possibly have about what's going on?
Sure. Yeah. So as we speak, he's at the hospital now. That's where I'm doing this Zoom with from the hospital. He's getting an MRI and a CT scan to determine the exact extent of the damage. Are there any torn ligaments? Is there torn cartilage? Are there any broken bones? To check on the blood flow, any, God forbid, nerve damage. All of this is getting checked out. I want to say that the Dolphins team doctor, John Uribe, is here. Team trainer, Kyle Johnston. They've just been exceptional. The Dolphins are taking good care of Tyreek. We don't know the extent of the injury, Josh. The team doctors have told me he dislocated his knee, which I think was apparent for everyone who watched the horrific play. But what that means and the extent of the damage and whether he'll need surgery, to what extent, all of that we should find out within the next couple hours.
What about you? Are you staying there overnight? How's your night looking?
Yeah, I'll stay here at least until Tyreek and his situation is situated. He's in good hands. He's got friends and family here now. So he's well taken care of, and appreciate everyone's prayers and good wishes, and he'll get through this.
You have ours as well. You're the best in the business, Drew. We thank you so much for taking a couple minutes here and giving us an update.
You bet, Josh. Take care, man. I'll keep you posted.
You're the best too, Mose.
Wow. Oh, yeah, Mose.
Wow. That was a good interview by Mose.
I had another one yesterday, too.
Yeah, a little follow-up. Yeah. He no nerve damage.
Yep.
Everything put back into place, I believe. And the thought is he's maybe going to be back before next season.
That's coming from Drew. And Drew's going to be positive and very optimistic, and we hope so as well. But he said multiple ligaments were damaged. But one surgery is always a good thing. So that's what.
And also the nerves not being fucked.
Huge.
I think that's the big question mark, because nerves can heal, and then nerves also cannot heal. Like that's kind of the way it's always talked about.
Yeah, I had a nerve injury one time, and doctor was like, you could be good in a week, or you can never be back right. So, okay.
That was the big thing with Peyton whenever he was coming out of the neck surgery. Is the nerves he couldn't feel. I don't remember what it was. He either couldn't feel his fingers or feel his hands. That's why he started wearing the glove or whatever, because he was coming out of it. But whenever he was with the Colts, because Colts had to figure out whether or not they were going to cut him or what they were going to do, with Andrew Luck kind of waiting in the wings, and also a massive bonus, and also the lockout happening. So there was a lot of things kind of business was happening. So it was a lot of business stuff was happening at one time, but the nerve conversation was always like, are the nerves going to heal? Like, is the nerve going to heal? They're like, every doctor's like, maybe. Probably. Is there a chance the nerve doesn't heal? Maybe. We hope not. It's like nobody's figured out the nerves yet. The nerves seemingly are and whenever you have that much damage, you assume that there's going to be some nerve damage in there as well. That then affects every other part of the recovery. Happy to hear that on Tyreek Hill. If he's back by next year, that's unbelievable work. And I think we'll all be excited to see where it is. Tone, what was another thing that you wanted to make sure we mentioned here live from Hammer?
Dahn. Yeah, the Yankees and Red Sox game is tonight at 6 o'clock, and I had good news for Ty. If it's not going well, around 8 p.m. on ABC, the season 2 premiere of Shifting Gears starring Tim Allen is on. And hold on, huge surprise, huge awesomeness. Al Borland's going to be on the show tonight.
Yeah.
What?
Heidi as well, I believe.
What?
Yeah.
And Jill.
And the kids.
Is it Tool time?
It's basically Tool time. It is. I already got a DVR'd. I'm not so sure that I'm not going to pause the Yankees game and pick that up later. And obviously,
what about Wilson? Are we?
Rest in peace.
He's dead.
I believe he died.
Are you shitting me?
Man. Rest in peace, Mr. Wilson. I apologize.
And Zachary Ty Bryan obviously won't be able to come back because he's been arrested like 20 times in the
last year. What about JTT?
I believe JTT, I think, is trying to keep the tool man in the past.
Yeah, right, but he won't come to shift gears, maybe. Maybe he wants to shift gears.
I'm thinking that there's a chance that they're being real hush-hush about this, and then, last scene of the episode.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Actually, AJ just texted me ZTBA was actually chewing on the wires at his house. That's why the power went out.
All right. Shifting gears tonight, 8 p.m. Where are we watching this
Heidi? Is that Heidi?
ABC.
Where are we watching this at?
ABC.
ABC. Home Improvement, large portion of me and my family's life.
Yes.
I mean, this was appointment television for the McAfee household. I mean, some of my best memories as a child, Home Improvement.
Yeah.
And then obviously you watch Tim go and just crush it, not only in Toy Story and everything like that, but the Visit Michigan commercials.
Yeah.
Just absolutely slaughtering.
Pure Michigan.
Oh, there it is, the Pure Michigan commercials. Where you're going up the lake with some cliffs.
Oh, yeah.
Some trees.
Is he still doing those?
They kicked him off it. There was some other stuff that happened. He had some opinions. People weren't happy. His entire story, though, is one
That's
of
when that state started going downhill.
inspiration. When they got rid of Tim Allen, I mean, you go after Tim the Toolman Taylor. There's going to be a lot of people going, that is, what a show, dude.
Well said.
What a show. That's happening tonight. Are they just running it back? What if he's straight into it? What if they do straight into tool time?
If they're smart, they will. They should. And if I know Tim Dick, and I do, that's his real name. He probably just wrote an episode of Tool Time tonight. Yeah, exactly. Like I get, we got Shifting Gears. It's this new show on ABC.
What is Shifting Gears, by the way?
I don't know. I've never watched it, but you telling me fucking Al Borland and Heidi and Jill are showing up? Yeah. Consider me in.
We need a Tool Time.
We do. Now more than ever.
Especially Shifting Gears, you just make it with cars instead of wood. I mean, he always had the hot rod down there in the garage.
Exactly. He's always working on it.
Always working on it. Felt like he was trying to get away a lot.
It did. I wonder how many beers he was drinking in the garage. Jill's driving him crazy after a long day. Yeah.
I need to make a hot rod.
Yeah.
It feels like you're never going to finish this thing. That's the goal.
Yeah, exactly. Mark shows up. He comes home. He's goth all of a sudden. I'm going to go fucking work on the hot rod and drink 18 Miller Lights right now.
Now that we all kind of understand the game a little bit more. It's crazy. My dad loved that show so much. Fuck, this guy's All right. So what time? 8 o'clock on ABC, Tone?
Yep, exactly.
Shifting gears.
Hell yeah.
Let's shift gears back to sports.
More people might watch this in the Super Bowl.
This should maybe be the halftime show. This should have been the halftime show.
Yeah, you're right.
Hold on. I've come around to it. Babani is a techno show for us, English-speaking people. That's all it's got to be. Just sounds. You like a lot of different music.
I love Bad Bunny.
You like Bad Bunny?
Yeah, I vacation in Mexico a lot, and I've become one with Bad Bunny.
Yeah, it just vibes.
That's not where he's from, AQ.
He's from Puerto Rico.
That's the music. That's the music that they listen to. You know what I'm saying.
What are you talking about? Spanish-speaking music?
You're a real piece of shit, dude.
He's #1 on the Mexico charts on Spotify every time.
Yeah. How often are you checking the Mexico charts?
Every time he goes, he says, I want to be one with the locals.
You ever hear the beats of that type of music?
True, yeah, true.
I go on there all the time.
Yeah.
You're salsa in a little bit.
Yeah.
Give me a Bad Bunny song that you like. What's the one that you're like, you know what, I can't wait for him to play this at the Super Bowl halftime show?
Well, see, I don't know any of the words, and I don't know the names of them.
But just the sound.
Yeah.
Well, the first song off his second to most recent album sounds like very Eminem style.
Ooh. Okay, what's the sound?
Oh, you know how Eminem sounds.
No, there's a lot of different Eminem sounds.
Mom spaghetti.
So Bad Bunny, he's speaking English?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know the words.
But the sound. For instance, our favorite is Chambeo Bolo.
See, I don't know that song. I don't know what that is based on what you're doing.
You tell us your song.
I would know it if I heard it. Based on that, don't have any clue.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
We'll do it one more time. Okay?
All right. Let's hear it.
Shambea Shambea It's a banger.
So good.
It was his WWE entrance. It was sick. It was honestly nasty.
I've seen that entrance.
Yes, it was. If they have any part of that, which they won't, because there's going to be a bunch of corporate people at the Super Bowl that are paying a bunch of money, who I think even if it was songs that we all knew, so if it was sing-along songs, would not know the sing-along. This song sounds good. What's they call this? Piano Man. Whoa. That's crazy. Some of these people, that are going to be at this thing with the money. So I think you're never going to get that moment, but I do wish there was sing-along moments in there. Like, that is something, especially because, like, World Cup, or whenever these European games happen, or the game down in Brazil, like, whenever they showcase a local, like, and I'm not saying Bad Bunny isn't a local, but it's like they're celebrating their culture. It's like, we're not going to be able to speak. I need to be able to speak what's happening at the Super Bowl halftime.
Just got a vibe.
Yeah.
It's a techno song.
You just got a vibe because we're not the target.
Yeah,
it's because
it's international. It's a global game.
People, they will crush all the viewership records. So Mexico, South America, everywhere else. Like, this guy,
international icon. Got real motion. Yeah, everywhere. Yeah, he sells out islands and everything like that. And I think it was somebody mentioned it about us not being the target. They know we're going to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the halftime show is not for us to enjoy.
No.
Halftime show is for people that maybe aren't going to watch to maybe, what's the interest over there? We'll go snoop around. San Benito's going to be performing at halftime. Obviously, we'll go poke around.
Women.
Maybe some magic will happen. Maybe people that have zero. Yeah, maybe
flag
some
football. Women.
Boom. Come on in.
Oh, yeah.
San Benito's coming in there. Now, with that being said, they know we're going to watch. They could give us something. That there's obviously a counter at all times. But from a business perspective, I guess Bad Bunny makes a lot of sense because a lot of people that don't know ball or watch ball will watch for Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
So that's their story.
And can't hammer home enough, like, how much of a showman this guy is.
Unbelievable.
Even as someone who this isn't, for per se, just because I don't know a lot of his music, I am excited to see what he does with the stage, with all the, types of shit he could do, Cirque du Soleil, who knows?
Yeah, I think he'll be a good show.
Mm-hmm.
What will the collabs be? I saw somebody tweet Luke Combs would be good.
With Bad Bunny?
No. Just if he was to do it. We were trying to find it. I mean, maybe though.
Okay. Yeah.
No, Bad Bunny. But people are like, Luke Combs has a Rolodex of songs that have enough different, like, obviously Fast Car all the way to Long Night to everything, like, kind of in between there. He potentially has a library that could entertain the masses of it. Because you do have to think about that. Like, if it's not Bad Bunny, then who is somebody that's going to be able to entertain everybody? Because we're mad that Bad Bunny's doing it because we don't think we're a part of the group that he's there to. Who would be the person that would have it?
Creed, Nickelback.
Sure. Hey, listen, I'm in.
Yeah.
And if you were just to toss Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, and maybe just do a full throwback situation, have 50 Cent come out to end the club like he did. Just do a full throwback. That's what I think they need to do, like, show.
Backstreet NSYNC would have been sick, and they just sold out the Sphere like 1,000 nights in a row. So,
Justin Timberlake still doing it over there? I saw him dancing on the internet.
I think so, but
remember he had to apologize.
For his dancing?
No.
Nah, he got DUI and had to, like, cancel a show or something, right?
Oh, boo. Come on. What's that?
What was that?
I don't know. I thought you said someone else, and then I realized you said DUI.
Yeah.
Okay. But I can't do that.
Yeah, I can't do that, JT. Can't do that, JT. He was dancing though on stage, and he wasn't singing. He like put the microphone down. He was dancing, and people were commenting about how much money people were paying to go see him in concert. They're like, "This is what you're paying for," and it was not Justin Timberlake. I remember who used to have those silky knees.
Oh yeah,
I mean, he used to be able to move, but he was also enjoying the moment with his fans that he's had over 20 years.
Exactly.
Okay. Can't be judging him just from one little clip out of context. He's still Justin Timberlake. We got to remember that.
Come on.
They always make fun of him for that. The whole.
Yep.
He had a great Super Bowl performance.
He did.
Yeah, pretty historic.
All time.
People remember it. Mm-hmm. That's what we're saying. He's got dance moves.
Now that's a collab.
3 different parties there came together for one big moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they'll ever give Justin Timberlake the halftime show again.
Or his flowers.
Or his flowers for the halftime show?
Yeah, just, he's still got it.
It was my favorite halftime all time.
We understand why, and we hear what you guys are saying, and we respect and appreciate your reasoning. I will say that Prince one, insane. I mean, you just kind of think back, and I always say, like, 2 of them. Like, the Tom Petty one they had the full, I couldn't even imagine, rest in peace, Tom Petty, now with the modern technology that you could have with that entire thing. But I don't know who is the right person. I've tried to figure it out. I don't know who.
everyone won't be happy with anyone.
Yeah.
Like, there is no one person who everybody's going to say, oh, that's, I mean, when Michael Jackson was here, you talk about Prince, like Michael Jackson, I mean, I think he'd probably get a 99% on the fucking Rotten Tomatoes. But, I mean, after that, you're going to have a bunch of people as,
Legit, I don't know if there is
I don't think there is one.
I don't know who it is.
It was Taylor Swift.
I don't think, but
no
you
way.
see how many NFL adjacent people are pissed off anytime she
Oh,
shit, like,
people would have been mad.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
yeah.
Like, I don't think there is anyone who people would unanimously be like, you know what? Yeah, that's the move. That should be the Super Bowl halftime
So
show.
what if that is Roger Goodell and Jay-Z, right, a part of the decision maker? Roger Goodell going, we're never going to make everybody happy, so fuck it. Who brings the most amount of people? Let them know if they'll do it for free. They will. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody please go talk to football girl Taylor Swift. We would love to have her, obviously, at Super Bowl. We'd love to showcase her. Taylor Swift goes, just a couple quick questions. So how's this? You guys give me a car to the stadium, or what is the whole, do I have a green room? Oh, you'll get paid nothing, yeah. Yeah, you'll pay for your own shit, actually. What was old buddy that paid for it with the mirrors?
The Weekend.
The Weekend, he was paying his own money for the mirrors, allegedly, for this entire thing. Just see what happens to your numbers the next day, though. Okay, that's all Uncle NFL would do for you. Taylor Swift, I don't think so. That's going to be a no from me. Okay. And then Bad Bunny was like, do I have to sing in English? And they're like, nope. And he's like, see, I'll fucking do that thing. He's going to kill it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of space and opportunity for him. Lady Gaga, what'd she do? She jumped off the top of the stadium? Yes, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Gaga
Yeah,
came in
I
from
believe so.
the top of the stadium, I think. Like, Bad Bunny's going to do some absurd
Rihanna
shit.
was up there too, right?
When they lifted her up?
Yeah, I feel like I remember her like hanging up red shit, maybe pregnant.
Yes, very pregnant.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Who was last year's?
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
And then who was the year before?
Usher. Was it Rihanna?
Oh, it was Usher. And
Weekend with Brent Breeson.
Alicia.
It was Usher, then Rihanna, then Dr. Dre and Snoop.
That one was good.
Then The Weeknd.
But Dre and Snoop was a collaborative effort, which I think they should do more of. Like, I think there should be a collaborative effort.
Yes, like a 90s collab.
Bingo. Yeah, like country music will do one, or like rap will do one, or like rock will do one right now, because there's like this young guy, Youngblood, that everybody's like, he's the next one when it comes to like rock stars, rock icons. It's like, so you could still have Steve and all, they're not actually like, it's all, right? Like, you could just kind of pay tribute to stuff.
Yeah.
Or you could bring Bad Bunny in and bring all
Bring
of
the
South
fucking
America,
house.
Central America in and just have him go absolutely apeshit, which he's going to do, which we can't wait for. All right, let's wrap this up with one of the best segments that has ever been created. We actually had some history made on this particular segment last week. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Everything DB. Good D and Bad D. What do we got, D-Bot?
Let's go. We don't have a history this week, but we got some good plays. Starting with the Chicago Bears coming off of back-to-back wins. We kind of spoke about it earlier in the week about the job that Dennis Allen and specifically Al Harris, one of AJ's old teammates, have been doing with this Bears secondary. Let's watch Kevin Byard here. If you pause this right here, middle of the screen, right before that safety move, it looks like something middle close, maybe cover one, maybe cover three, and then post snap, you'll see it go to a cover two with Kevin Byard pretty much being this run through guy. Now, if you pause it, run it back a couple frames, you pause it here kind of the top of Geno's drop. He is reading that defender, let's say right outside of the hash mark, between the hash mark and like that 30-yard line mark. He's reading that defender. He's high-lowing him. He is the defender in conflict in Geno's mind with this dagger concept. So the slot receiver, he's clearing it out, and you got a dig route coming in. So once that defender on 3rd and 7 bites up at the sticks, which is what a lot of zone defenders do, he thinks, hey, hit this guy 2 yards outside the hash, going to be wide open. Nope, Kevin Byard's all over it, comes off the clear route to the dig route, diving interception. They tried to write Kevin Byard off. Started off a little slow, but he made some big-time plays. 2 interceptions in this one. Tyreek Stevenson had a great one as well, but great job anticipating the concept, kind of baiting the quarterback into this throw, and then finishing it with a great catch across the middle.
Thanks for not finishing the right off, I didn't write back thing, because that's actually a Geno quote, trademark, and patented, and then you were going to use it against him. So thank you for not doing that. But the Chicago Bears defense might be the real deal. I mean, there were some spectacular picks that they showed. And Geno Smith, a lot of of people were kind of hating on him. It's like great plays out of the defense of the Chicago Bears. They might have figured it out.
Yeah, this is a great play. And if you run it back to that wide copy, a lot of people will say, Monday morning quarterback, hey, if you hold on to this, you let this rip to that seam route, right down the middle, it's wide open because that corner at the bottom is not getting there. That safety's definitely not getting there if you just lead him and throw it out there, which he's made some big-time plays. I believe that's Tucker. Yep. But when they're running this play, they're running this to be a clear out. They're running this to get past the sticks. See dagger concept almost every week on here. And reading that defender that he's reading, he thought he had the right answer, but this is a great job by a veteran safety making a big-time play.
That's some good D. We got some more good D, or are we showcasing a lot?
No, we got some more good D.
Good D.
We do good. We got some good defense here. And this is a trick play down here, 3rd and 5.
Good one.
Trick play. Let's do a little reverse. Hand it off to Chris Olave. Let's see, hit the quarterback. Nope. Cole Bishop came across with a nasty one-handed snag to finish this play off. What you got, AQ?
You see the block? You see the block down at the end there after the interception?
Yeah.
Watch this coming in right here. Wait for it.
Boom! Ooh, that's cheap.
That's cheap. I'm surprised I didn't call that. Yeah. Look at the Caucasian flying through the sky, obviously stealing a pick. Normally, trick plays work for every team in the NFL. This one, absolutely not, says Cole Bishop.
If you run it back a little bit at the beginning, once Olave is kind of pulling this ball back, and obviously he's not a quarterback, but when he's pulling this ball back, pause it. He thinks, like right now you see Spencer Rattler wide ass open. If he gives him a better throw, maybe a little bit more heat on it towards that pylon, I think he does catch this and score. But Cole Bishop, when you're in this position as a DB, this is when you kind of look back and hope for a bad throw and just make a play, because if he catches it in stride, he's going to score anyway. That's what Cole Bishop did, and then went up and made a phenomenal grab.
I love a little good D down
there.
Hell yeah. I mean, look at those fans, too.
Yeah, they love good D, too.
They're getting after it. They love that D.
Yeah, they love that Cole Bishop D.
And look at the score right here, too. This is a 10-14 game, so they score a touchdown right here. The Saints will be up 17-14 against the Buffalo Bills. And then the next one, the Jacksonville Jaguars. We've been talking about this game.
What's this all about? They got in the trenches and good D.
Boom, that's always good vibes when you can do that. Watch Devin Lloyd here right in the middle of this defense. Probably will be the AFC Defensive Player of the Week with his performance this week. Now, this is that middle run-through, similar to what Kevin Byard was, but Kevin Byard came from more depth. Him just reading this pass concept, once again understanding where that deep dig route is going to come from. Brock Purdy can't make this throw. The throw did get batted at the line of scrimmage, but I think it would have been intercepted either way. Great job anticipating this play and then making the catch. So, bam! Right here, tip. Maybe threw it off just a little bit once again. I think this is getting intercepted either way. A great, great performance from Devin Lloyd. Once again, we've been talking about complimentary football. This defense, last year, they had 9 takeaways the entire year. They're already up to 13 takeaways and leading the National Football League in takeaways. So big-time turnaround with Anthony Campanelli over there, the defensive coordinator.
Is it mindset, personnel? What is it?
All of those things. Mindset, personnel, being comfortable within the scheme. And then sometimes the ball just bounces your way. This is a great play. He went out there and made this play, but sometimes just being around the football to end the Houston Texans game, like 30-something seconds left on the clock. C.J. Stroud going to make a throw. Josh Hines-Allen kind of strip sacks, hits the ball as it's on its way out, kind of becomes an overthrow, just a little duck in the air. He picks that one off. We had Jordan Lewis last week on Everything DB showing that disguise pre-snap, getting back into the flat, and then making a big-time play. So just executing. And a good coaching staff. They got a good coaching staff over there. And something, obviously, it was a lot talked about Saleh and Liam Cohen. But after the game, yesterday, actually, Robert Saleh was asked about the whole dust-up once again. It was something he said that had nothing to do with that. But he was giving compliment to Liam Cohen. He said something. Let's actually get to the clip, and I'll go off and then get some bad tea.
They're really, really good at putting their players in position to be successful. You know, as coaches, we're always chasing leverage. They're trying to have winning leverage. We're trying to take leverage away.
So leverage, and you're very familiar with it in the kicking game. Lanes, lane integrity, offensive linemen. And it's something like leverage is like a big-time word. And the casual fan at home might not understand it as much. When you see guys wide-ass open or a big run play happens, you're like, what? How the hell did that happen? So this is an example of that. One of the best wide receivers in the league, 6 touchdowns right now. And you can kind of think, okay, every defense coming into the red zone, if you pause it here, you want to know where 14 is, where St. Brown is in every play. So right now, Grant Delpit, he's guarding him. they're getting some information right here. Okay, is he following 14 to the left and to the right? Maybe man-to-man coverage. Now let it roll here. So now when you get down here and you have a tight formation or a slot defender, you can see the corner at the bottom of the screen on JMO. Outside leverage, the corner up top, outside leverage. Grant and Delpit, outside leverage. But what the Detroit Lions do here is do a good job running a rub route, a natural pick route with Tesla on the outside. So he's just running his vertical route, and he's going to set a natural pick, which takes away that leverage. And now without a switch, without a combination switch, it's a walk-in touchdown for one of the best wide receivers in the National Football League. So when Saleh says something like, hey, coaches and players, we're always trying to find a way to get our players in good leverage. That could be a wide receiver. That could be an offensive lineman getting a little chip, a little help. We're always looking for that leverage on any given play, and this is a great example of that and why a lot of big plays happen and why touchdowns happen.
Thank you. That's cheating. Offense is cheating right there. That's a pick play.
He did a great job just running his route. If he stopped or he made it clear, and you can't set a pick within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage, this was a little deeper, but he just ran straight up the field. And usually with young wide receivers, they don't do a good job playing this off. He just ran straight up, and it's a natural pick, and you can get away with that.
He's finished it, too.
Yeah.
Full sell on the other side.
Oh, yeah. Great route.
I'm running a full route here. That wasn't just to chip this guy right through his outside shoulder and have Amon-Ra St. Brown wide-ass open for a touchdown. Finishes his route full pace. Yep, these refs are going to think, nope, I'm out here. Never going to get that ball.
Ever.
Good sell.
It's a great sell.
That's good sell. That's
never even look back. Never even look back. Yeah, it's a rookie. So that lets you know it's great coach. Shout out Johnny Mo over here.
Johnny Mo.
Yeah, Johnny fucking Mo. What do you know? Mo's knows, and so does Johnny Mo knows. I mean, that is certainly something. Do we have any other bad D, or is that it?
Yeah, we got a couple more bad Ds. And once again, we always have a theme, and this is leverage once again. We got a slot fade from Higgins, a slot receiver up top. And running back a little bit, you see the communication. He kind of taps looks like maybe his ribs to the outside receiver up top. And you're in that slot. This is one of the toughest routes to guard. You want to keep your outside leverage if you're that slot corner. And why? Because you have your only help deep is that post safety. So you want to use that post safety. Once he gets to your outside and takes away that leverage, the quarterback immediately knows when where he's going with the ball. You even look at the outside receiver, who I believe is Dalton Schultz. As soon as this ball is thrown, based on his release, he knows it's a touchdown. So you'll see the outside receiver, you see him throw his hands up, touchdown, great ball thrown, boom. Once again, winning leverage in the slot with the outside. If you
tackle him here.
Yeah, if you what's that?
When this guy, because if he's even, he's right there. You tackle him.
Yeah, I'm grabbing him.
Yeah,
I'm grabbing him. It's a great throw. It's a great route, and you just make the game tougher on you when you're in that slot. And that was much easier sitting here with a clicker, as Tua said, than actually getting out there and executing. But if you just maintain that leverage or make it tough, you at least give that safety a chance to help you. But right here, great job. This is a rookie wide receiver, too. This is from Iowa State, if I'm not mistaken. So great job. Boom. Throw it. Get off me. Stack them. Great ball from C.J. Stroud, and once again, running away from your help. So good job there.
Got to have great leverage. Always got to have it. All right, and I think we have one more bad.
One more, and look, I don't like to put bad D from winning teams.
What?
I don't like it, Bruce. I'm sorry, but I had to stick with the theme, and this is a big play. And Omarion Hampton, he was kind of the silver lining in this loss for the Chargers. We always hear the concept, no edge, no chance on defense. So as you look here at the edge defenders, once again, this is for the casual viewers at home. Every defense has an edge to it, and two guys responsible to set an edge on either side of the field. Right here is Brian Burrs and Kayvon Thibodeau. So you'll see the edges set. So watch here to the left where the run will happen with Brian Burns. Boom, pause it. So he sets the edge. But, I mean, a good edge is you're setting it, but you're also squeezing it, so you make those lanes tighter. So he set the edge so he can look back at the coach and say, hey, I set my edge, I set it back inside. But you kind of got to squeeze that. So the offensive player here does a good job of creating that space, because the less space you have there, the easier you make it for number 21 to come and fill his gap. And if you let it run a few frames here, he's coming down. Now he has to set the edge on the next level to send the ball back into all those blue shirts coming inside out. But if you watch 53, you take your eyes inside, one more block. He went on the inside of that block. So that means 58 would have to get over to the outside. We saw it earlier with the Pittsburgh Steelers a couple weeks ago. He would have to get to the outside. So if you run it back, actually, you'll see it kind of happen full speed. It's just that one block, and these backs are so good that they find that space, they find the lane, the vision, and then you have the explosion to take away angles. We know speed kills matchups, and that's what Omarion Hampton did right there. So it's always about angles, but something that Coach Saleh said, former head coach, obviously a very good defensive coordinator in the league, is leverage. We're always fighting for that leverage, and this is some examples of that.
All you need is one guy to be wrong, and then 10 other people can't even fix it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a sport. You know, rugby is like that as well, right? Rugby is very spread out, but in NFL, if you just get two guys stacked behind each other and one gap left wide open and one gap taken by two people, that's touchdown, bro.
Yep.
That is it. All you need is one person to not see the field the same way. And that's why any play can change the trajectory of a season.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you always want to be on good D and not bad D with everything DB.
Oh, yeah.
Baby D-Bot. Baby D-Bot.
It's great work today,
job.
boys.
Great job.
All right. That was a fun show. Hey, Q, thank you for traveling out here, buddy.
Thanks for having me. Great job, boys.
So we didn't talk about Penn State, really. Oh.
Atmosphere, really good. Really good.
Whoa, they're dead. They're dead. He didn't even say it.
Did you watch the offense?
No, you didn't say it.
We are Penn State.
Oh, no. Like a little house cat. Like a little house cat. Like a little pussy cat.
Unbelievable.
So soft there. So soft. What's the problem? You're a Penn Stater.
Come on, Q.
Best atmosphere I've seen and experienced. It was awesome. Got a chance to go see the national champion women's volleyball team, hang out with them. We need to start stacking wins there as well. Got a chance to see a lot of the facilities that are being built up. Obviously, had a chance to hang out at the stadium a couple different times. I mean, everything is awesome up there. And obviously, Oregon's going to be around in the long run. That thing went double overtime. Good weekend up there. Good weekend up there.
They had 3 points going into the fourth quarter.
And they still got to overtime.
Yeah, and that's my issue with it, is the fact that we have all these slow developing runs. We don't push the ball down the field. Everything's short of the sticks. Everything's these short stick routes. Everything's gimmicky. Everything's all what it shouldn't be for the first 3 quarters. And then we decide to open up the playbook, push the ball down the field. And you
want them to run the ball or you want them to throw the ball?
I want them to run off the ball. I want it to be aggressive. I want it to look like the other stuff. I want it to look like Bama. I want it to look like, Jordan, you got the talent. Open it up. Let's go.
Well, I thought it was an okay game. I thought it was an okay game out of you.
Did you watch the offense for the first 3 quarters?
I was there, yeah. It was tough. It was really tough. But your defense is awesome.
Defense phenomenal. They played out of their minds. I mean, I love everything they did, and I love the new defensive coordinator mixing up the coverages. I thought he did a great job with that, mixing up the blitz with the coverage. I thought that was great. They played with chaos and relentless. But, like, on offense, everything takes 5 seconds to get going.
Can't do it.
Run off the ball, hand the ball off, get downhill.
111,000 people in there.
Showed up.
Middle of a renovation.
Expecting electricity. You know what they got? Struck by lightning.
Oh, wow.
Pretty good.
I like that.
Wow. There was a lightning being struck conversation that Portnoy was having over there.
Yeah,
Saw people really reacting in a negative way.
Didn't love that.
He obviously didn't mean.
You sure?
He didn't want people to get struck by lightning. I think,
But if it happens, just not your
bad day. It is. It is a bad day. That place was awesome.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, that experience, I told you that.
It feels like it's on top of you. Like, that is the difference, is it feels like it's on top of you. And everybody's on the same exact page. Everybody. DJ, same page. Person that's sitting in the bottom row, first row, same page. Person that's sitting at the top, tippy top, same. Everybody's on the same page. So many chants, so many songs, so many everything.
How about the Mo Bamba?
Awesome. And the timing of it, perfect. As soon as the tackle was made.
I think I nailed it.
So you nailed Mo Bamba. How about some Bad Bunny? You say you love him.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
Are you lying?
You're trying to be cool right now on the internet.
I do.
You're not going to be able to play
Can't
this
play because it'll get us.
Yes, definitely not.
It'll get us cut off.
Yes, it certainly will.
How many seconds?
What, can he play it?
Yeah. 0?
With how big Bad Bunny is, I think
Bad Bunny's fucking
It's
huge.
immediate.
that one's probably, trying to get, that's probably getting C and D pretty quick. As soon as, Champea,
Yeah.
lawsuit.
Don't
And I'm going to have to use the Google Translator. Something was sent to me in Spanish. What's it say? Fucking stop it. We're going to sue you. Perfect. Messi, nope, muchos gracias.
Yep.
Both play, I think.
Has anyone tried the new AirPods?
That
They said
translate?
yeah.
I don't know. I got the new phone, though. The new phone has a bunch of that shit. Where it's
Like it?
They've changed things for no reason.
Classic.
You know, just no reason. Had it figured out, we can keep it, but some developers said, I need to prove I'm worth a fuck, so let's change it a little bit. And inevitably, I'll be comfortable with the new ways of the little things. You know, like I am a FaceTimer. They change the FaceTime, the way it's logged. When's a missed call? Here's a call that you should make, maybe a suggested call. I just want to see the fucking log.
Yeah.
Just give me the goddamn log. You have a missed FaceTime from who you can't, who knows? And that call could have been from anywhere the way it's in there. Photos. The camera's incredible.
Okay. Great news.
Camera is
good. The camera button.
Camera button's incredible. So you take pictures with this now. You know, as opposed to having to reach to the top one, like where you could only do pictures on that, or have to use a screen. Now there's an added button that is for the camera, and you can zoom with it and everything. And obviously the camera is impeccable. The AI obviously good. They changed the way you search through your phone. I don't like that. So I'm a big search through my phone, somebody's name, want their info just to pop up right there. So I can just hit text and then send. Now it's the most recent interaction with the person pops up. So like if I wanted to text Gumpy, but my last interaction was like, let's say a FaceTime. So I search Gumpy instead of his contact info popping up, which is on old phone. So I could just hit fucking message to this guy. Gumpy, need to message him. Now it's our most recent interaction, which was a FaceTime. So now Gumpy FaceTime is on the screen. So then I got to click in info into that to go into his shit to hit the thing. And I'm like, if I wanted a fucking FaceTime, I'd hit the fucking FaceTime button. We had that figured out. Why are we changing it? Now, granted, somebody's going to tell me, well, what you got to do is you got to hack into your settings and into your software, and you can change that back to whatever you want. And it's like, okay, fucking, well, they just popped this thing on my life. Easy transition to no phone. Easiest there's been.
That's good news.
You put the phones next to each other and they start talking to each other.
It's good that finally works because they've been peddling that for years now and it never has.
I think it was 25 minutes. We have 1,000 up, 1,000 down here at Thunderdome, though. So that probably helps, if I had to guess. Did it here. Set the phones next to each other, and they started kind of talking to each other. Have to answer questions, have to remember a couple passwords, but most of the passwords, face recognition carried over.
That's good.
Very good. Two-step verification process will place with sending text messages to your phone. Interesting, because my Verizon didn't move over until last. So I had the internet on new phone, uploading apps. Verizon two-step verification still on old phone. So then whenever Verizon moves to new phone, two-step verification, where to go? I still don't know where some of them went. I still haven't been able to verify and get into a couple of the apps. But all in all, 25 minutes for me. Smooth transition, easiest of all time. Didn't ruin my entire day. We had very high internet speed, and it is very nice. The screen's very nice. The tech is very nice. They've changed some things, like why the fuck are we touching anything? But I think there is real advancements. Editing a lot easier, I think, for us, which is good. They've made some stuff in the background. Yeah, so it's good phone. They don't have black, though.
I was gonna say enough with the fucking goofy Mickey Mouse colors. It's like that orange one. Like I get it. Like that is everyone's last pick, no matter what.
Zany.
Yeah, there's a blue.
Too much.
There's a blue, an orange, and a white. I think, right? Is that the colors? If I recall, there's no black.
Yeah, not having black is insane to me. It's got to be like the number one most selling, most popular choice of all time, and they just didn't offer it.
But this is once again, you know.
Well, Zito did have a good point. He said, well, you know what they're gonna do, and 4 weeks, there's going to be an exclusive, hey, the black one's here, and it's going to be $1,200 more, $1,600
Night
more.
ops.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something like that. You can trade in your super duper for the superest of duper. Yeah, just another, probably, you're saying 1,200, probably like 12,000.
Maybe. Yeah. And guess what?
And I was
They'll
just,
sell a bunch of them.
I was agreeing to a bunch of things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, whatever you got to do. Yeah, send it to me. Yep, sure.
For some of them, they make you scroll down. Go scroll down so that we can at least say that you got to the bottom of this thing. Well, why is it in half-inch font? And what the fuck is all this? You can read it. I guess I can, yeah. Do you guys have an AI that'll read this for me? Well, then you got to agree to this, actually. It's like, holy fuck, so I'm just agreeing. You got it.
Boom, boom, boom.
Get me in there. Even transferred over to home screen. I mean, just everything immediately.
Yeah.
No case? You're a no case guy, right up?
Always.
All right.
Always.
It's aggressive. Respect it.
I've always been this way. First of all, I respect Steve Jobs and what he wanted to look like. Okay, when you guys put your big blob of shit on it, okay, it's there's an entire design and everything like that, and I respect you guys wanting to protect it. But in my eyes, I think you guys are looser with it because you have the cases on it.
Yeah.
So for me, I am very careful with this thing. Now, have I dropped it? Oh yeah.
Of course.
Have I cracked screens? Of course. Have I had situations that if I had a case on would not be a problem, and instead I had a massive problem?
Yep.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In between my legs, getting out of the car, that fucker bump hits that thing. Oh yeah, I've had those problems.
Yep.
But I feel overall I am much more careful with it because I don't feel the luxury of like, oh, I could throw this thing off a wall if I want. And also, Apple, to their credit, has gotten much better over the years with durability. Remember there was that Lil Wayne commercial where he's throwing it underwater and shit? I think it was a Samsung phone maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah, maybe. Apple had the same thing.
But
though.
Apple now,
You can drop it in the ocean. You're gonna
And
be
I think
fine.
this thing doesn't really crack. Until it does, it kind of cracks.
Yeah, and then it spiders everywhere when it does.
Yeah, but it's better at not doing that, is what they say.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, I am a wide open.
Kids.
I know. Anytime.
Can't control that.
When my daughter grabs it, it's so slippery, and it's like immediately bang right to the ground. It's like, kids, come on. There's a certain way you got to live whenever you don't have a fucking cover in the case. Please have a little respect.
We need that phone.
Yeah. Sam has a case, very nice case, a pink one. It's a very nice case. But I mean, the corners of that thing just completely.
Oh yeah.
Ravaged.
That's how obviously it works.
That's how mine are. I mean, destroyed.
See,
that surprises me for you.
You got like an advancement
Big
of
clunky.
technology in our palms like this is absurd. And you, Neanderthal, just what fucking bang. People used to walk miles to get to computers.
I know.
Yeah. And now we got the greatest computers of all time in our pocket. And you're like, well, I got a fucking otter case, so fucking. Hey, you want my phone? Somebody needs my fucking
Quay, go deep.
Look at this video.
Go in the pool. Go in the deep end. It's unbelievable. Maybe take care of your stuff. But yes, I am an abnormal, I believe. Abnormality, me not having the case.
It's aggressive. I really don't. I mean, I would have to replace my phone every 2 weeks. Bingo.
I don't think so, though. I think that's where. You remember in Batman when he was down in that pit? And to get out of the pit, everybody tied the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So everybody tied the thing. They never fully committed. Okay? But they were safe. It'll save them. Until he did what? Took that fucking thing off.
Had to.
And say, you got to go. Yeah. And that's the only time you're ever going to. That's what I'm doing with the phone.
I get it.
I'm taking that rope off, and you're just living. You're gonna live differently with this, without the rope, than you would with your otter case that you're fucking spiking like you're Rob Gronkowski off the ground every other day.
But you can't control other people. That's like saying I'm a great driver. Somebody else may not be.
Are you a great driver if you had to really judge yourself?
Phenomenal.
Okay, all right.
As good as it comes.
All right.
I can see that.
I mean, the peripherals unmatched.
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah. That's like when people ride motorcycles. I ride motorcycles, and they're like, it's not if you crash, it's when you crash.
Yep.
And everybody says, well, I'm a good rider. And it's like, no, it doesn't matter. You got A.J. Hawks out there driving around, falling asleep while he's behind the wheel. Like, how are you going to judge that? So you got to watch for other people. I think that's how you become a better driver. When you start driving for other people, that's when I think you're a good driver. You're doing that right now?
Oh, yeah. I'm seeing the move before it happens.
Oh, you're watching the arm, huh? You're not just watching the car, you're watching the arm, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing the face, seeing the head down at the phone, and knowing, okay, we got to figure out a time to get around this thing. But we got to understand this thing is in its own world right now. So we just got to let it live. I'm not going to snitch on them, but they need to stop texting while driving. Some of these people should not be doing it.
Without a doubt.
Sorry, everybody shouldn't be doing it.
I got to stop. I've stopped multiple times.
What'd you do?
Are you a bad texter driver?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just do something. I catch myself just scrolling sometimes. Like, bro,
Can't
try.
Can't have this. AJ Hawk falls asleep while driving.
I've stopped. I've stopped.
Okay.
My kids, they're old enough. Dad, come on. Because I'll be at a light. So I do a light stop. Green light, Dad. Green light, go.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's my reminder. I put it down. But
Australia has nobody's on their phone while driving.
Texas driving? That's smart.
Yeah, so there's every red light basically has a camera.
That's smart.
You got nobody on their phone while driving. Now, granted, you're wearing your seatbelt in the back seat as well. It feels like you lose some freedoms over there. But it's very beautiful, very nice, and there's nobody texting and driving.
Good drivers here. Good, from my opinion. Good drivers here compared to now downtown. It may be different, but out kind of suburbs area. Good drivers here. South Florida is wild. You can get young drivers. You get people from all over the place. You get old drivers. Those are the guys. Those are guys and gals you got to watch out for. But out here, very polite. People just let you over. Yeah, it's good different world down there. South
you got to wash the roundabouts up here. You got to take
roundabouts.
Hey, great work this week, boys. We appreciate the hell out of you. Tell much come out here behind the glass. Great work, boys.
Good work, gentlemen.
Hell yeah, let's enjoy the hell out of tonight. We got baseball that matters. We'll be talking about that tomorrow. And kicking off another incredible NFL weekend. Even though the matchups might look like shite, let's remember football always delivers. Be your friend, tell a friend something nice that might change your life. We're in this thing together. Team on me, team on three. Anything? Thank you.
Let's have another good week next week.
1, 2, 3, team. Goodbye.